Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Casting the Spotlight, episode number 241. And tonight we are back in solo format, which means, of course, a movie review, another film to be announced and exchanged, and some good old-fashioned good, the bad, and the shits. It's been, at this point, I guess we've had a couple episode guest spots in a row.
Yeah, it's been a minute.
SummerSlam pod.
It's nice to split it up sometimes. You know, sometimes it just works out that way. You get guests back-to-back weeks.
Oh yeah, no, love it. I mean, Ian and Bree, like, they got the invite only short of probably 9 months after they were just on, but it's like we had a great time on their first episode. It was going to be an easy, fun time the second time. And of course, we followed it up with the SummerSlam pod, the special.
Yeah.
It was, whether it was planned that way or not, Ricky Pickle, of course, John Cena joining us. Of course, Ricky was, on again for the first time, and
at least for a while.
At least
for a while. We dropped the bit after a little bit.
Did. Well, we kept going, but then we would start referring to it again. But I'm like, it was just kind of a funny, because it's like there's nobody there, so it's an obvious joke to make. But
yeah, it's because we set the stuff up. So
it
looked extra sad.
Oh yeah, and we shot from that angle. But no, Ricky held down the fort, man, and like we had an answer for every one of them. I feel like we are pretty on the money for like a lot of the results too. I mean, SummerSlam. I was gonna say we could talk about that for a few minutes, but it's. I mean, overall, like the whole show, both nights didn't blow me away, but I wasn't like. I wouldn't say I was disappointed in it. I mean, I feel like it kind of, some matches maybe exceeded expectations. The other ones, some of them just kind of met them, or you were just like,
Yeah.
But Roman and Seth was great. It was great.
I was going to say, there was Roman and Seth is probably a for sure top 10 of the year. I mean,
that was best in the match of the weekend.
Yeah. But like, there were a handful of really good ones. But yeah, overall, it was like, there were some. I wasn't blown away by all of them either. It wasn't like top to bottom, like, damn, this is a knockout card.
Yeah, it was a really weird space to me because I was like, I wouldn't say I was disappointed, but I also wasn't like, and we were watching. We weren't carried away in a ton of fucking conversations. We were like actually paying attention, but like, it was. Maybe you feel about it somewhat the way I do. Like, I wasn't like disappointed with a lot of the stuff. I guess some of the stuff was really like predictable, or we had win our way. Now Chelsea winning, that was really cool.
Yeah, that was cool.
That was really cool. It was nice to see Chad get his. So I would definitely say a degree of these matches, even if they were predictable, is not always bad. We've been watching for fucking decades, so it's like if what they are doing actually makes sense and is building somebody or are doing something to enhance the storyline and or get somebody from point A to point B, like, then it's, I don't care if it's predictable. If it felt like the right move and the crowd was behind it, then clearly it was the right move, even if it's predictable. You know what I mean? It's predictable is not bad. It's bad whenever they go against what everyone knows is the right decision and they force their shit anyway.
Oh yeah, it's just, becomes the mundane same thing.
You have to do a certain thing with the crowd where you don't give them what they want, I feel like, for a while, so that eventually they get what they
well,
want.
I feel like now they're finally seem like they're starting a bit of a program with Roman and LA Knight.
Yeah.
And it's like, LA Knight's obviously not going to win the title from Roman. This is kind of like a filler feud till we get to Mania season or Survivor Series, or he'll probably face him at like Money in the Bank or something. But it's like LA Knight fans have been chomping at the bit for this guy to get a moment for so fucking long that they'll probably be happy just with the fact that he's getting to face Roman for the belt at a PLE. That'll almost be enough to satisfy the hunger for a little while. Then they'll want the next step after that. But I feel like it'll be like, see, they're putting him on a big show with Roman for the belt. That means something.
I will say, though, too, like,
But they're not gonna give him that moment. There's so many guys and girls that they have their upper echelon almost, and yeah, they might he
may get it temporarily for a little bit, similar to Jay, similar to Sami Zayn. But I can't, honestly, the fact that Zayn got it, and I know they're not the same guy, but the fact that Zayn got it, and you know what I mean, like, is over because it's like, okay, but LA Knight's been selling merch and, like, been over for quite a fucking while, and he was definitely hotter at a certain point probably than now, even though he's still hot, like, people still want to be behind him. Okay, but they didn't pull the trigger. And you don't always listen to the audience because you don't want them writing your show. You want to build it the way you can build it and craft it a certain way. You know what I mean? But eventually, you can't also, sometimes Vince would do the opposite thing. Just, well, this'll shock them. Like, it's like, okay, but they're going to fucking hate it.
Yeah.
You can't, here's the thing.
Shock's not
you
always
can't, and you know this, and you know this too, because it's like wrestling landscapes like that. They're tough anyways because people are always working people and working their angle on people, and it's just like, and I love the business, but it is full of that. You know what I mean? But like, I don't know. It's you wanna see certain people be able to ascend to the level that you know they can be, but it's like at the same time. It's a business too, and you have to be fair in the sense of like, and I'm just saying for the typical fan, like, you know a lot of these things too, and you can chime in and stuff here, but it's like, you can't give them everything they want because that's just not the way, you know what I'm saying? Like, oh, you think they need to get over here. It's like, if they feel like they can drag it out or it's the right business move, it's like that's what they may do. They're not always right either, and it kills sometimes wrestling creativity storyline wise, in my opinion, by this, corporate entity fucking having more of the control and stuff over it now. But the business aspect always mattered. It mattered to Vince. It's why he was successful. It's why he knew how to market, everything. And nobody can deny his business sense of what he accomplished. And
I mean, people can say, oh, Cena and Vince, like, oh, they fucking buried people and stuff, and that happened. But at the same time, like, I feel like there were chances taken at times, too. They tried to put the belt on other people and shit. Like, multiple times with different scenarios.
I pay Cena the respect. I mean, because there was times when I definitely thought somebody should have went over him. But at the same time, yeah, I might have been kind of personally, like, ready to kind of move on. It was drawn to, like, other people. I still, like, respected Cena, but I was just, like... That's why that sweet spot for me, I loved him between like 04 and like 08. Like I loved Cena so much. And like the chain gang stuff and the Thugonomics and all that. Going into him winning the championship and becoming the face of the company. And then I was just like, dude, I feel like I've seen every Cena match, and then like it was just pay-per-view after pay-per-view after pay-per-view. And the thing is, I'm not discrediting him now. I'm giving him the credit. Like, I mean, he fucking stayed on top for a reason. But, like, I personally was just like, this is just going on and on and on.
But, I mean, even during that top era, it's not like he always won.
No, I know. And the thing is, I acknowledge and I believe, you don't always know behind closed doors, whatever, but it's like, I believe everything that I have seen of him. I do think the person John Cena... I do believe he is a good person. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
a good
heart. Like he knows how to operate,
and like I know that he worked his ass off to stay there. So inevitably, if I'm gonna be a fair person in that sense and try to put myself, I'm like, regardless, I do respect what he did, what he's done, and he's and he was still working the dates for WWE when it was still 300 fucking days a year. Yeah. So it's like 320 sometimes. Always. And he was there, and he was working all the house shows stuff, and he was doing all that. He's the most Make-A-Wish person, ever. So I'm like, he's not my favorite ever or anything like that, but I certainly respect what he has brought and done for the industry, especially in a post world where we thought more guys, and some of that's not his fault either, because there should have been more stars made, there should have been more stars made and stayed from the Ruthless Aggression era than there was.
Yeah,
period.
A lot of them got
period.
hurt or left.
Because I wouldn't say they failed to make new stars, but all their stars either didn't ascend to expectations, retired early, went somewhere else. You know, something happened. And then Brock left. Brock was supposed to be the guy, you know?
He didn't want it.
And then he didn't want it. And he was young, and he fucking left. And, you know,
but
so
the
it's
thing
like...
is with Cena, too, like, they got so lucky and struck gold when it came to the person and the personality that it's like, you're not going to get another one of those guys right after him. It's not going to, like, that's going to be able to do everything like that.
And
like,
they entertained if Batista was that guy.
And but the thing is, too, Batista was older by the time he even broke into the business.
He was.
So it's
he
like
was gonna
he wasn't going to, be the top guy for that as long. I mean, he was still one of the top guys throughout his run, but realistically, when you look back at the Batista run, it was pretty damn short.
I'm telling you, though, that injury, and I know it's not his fault, but that injury changed everything. Because Cena was like, now I can show them I'm fucking number one. Not the SmackDown, you know, number 2 guy that's, you know, whatever. Because it's like, Batista main evented with Triple H. That was a story. I acknowledge, too, that was a story long in the making. So JBL and Cena wouldn't have main evented anyway. But what that tells you also is that I think they really thought and wanted Batista to sort of be the face. But when that injury happened, and I've talked about this before on here, when that injury happened, I really think, I'm like, he rose to the occasion because he knew it's like, it was unfortunate, but it's like, you weren't here.
Fucking worker,
exactly. And Batista wasn't here, so it's like, now's your chance to prove you're number one in the face of the company.
Yeah.
And he fucking took it, and he never let it go. Like, Batista still had some great things and accomplished some great things, but when that happened, and he was out for like 7 or 9 months or whatever it was, Cena took the ball and he just fucking went for it. And he main evented WrestleMania after WrestleMania after WrestleMania. And like, and the thing is like, so it's hard to not give him his due in that regard, you know, at all. And like, and I feel like I'm coming from a pretty unbiased perspective because I was a real big fan early on. You know, towards along the line, I just kind of I was like, it's, you know, whatever. And it's like in my later years especially, I'm like, well, being realistic, like, nobody could outwork him. He worked all those fucking dates. He represented the company well. He was always a good spokesperson and face for the company. Even when the Benoit stuff happened, he took it all fucking head on because they asked legends and other people for interviews too. But he knew that he was playing a really important role even then, that he had to represent the company well and that they were not pushing these illegal drugs and steroids onto the talent. You know what I mean? Yeah. He had a lot of eyes on him, and it was unfair. I mean, what they did to wrestling during that was unfair as fuck. But, you know what I mean? Because even if you, not to go down that rabbit hole, but it's like, but even if, just at base level, we don't have to get deep into it. I mean, but at base level,
if everybody was doing that shit,
exactly,
it's still one guy who did that crazy
exactly. Shit. And the thing is, and I'm not necessarily saying, because I know it doesn't make for the best role model type shit, but like roids, for instance, a lot of guys did it. But guess what? Roids, it's like he did that. There is no way you can blame that for what he did either. Like, just plainly, it could have been a combination of things, but it's like, all these other guys did them, and they never did anything fucking like that.
Do
all the time.
That heinous ass shit.
Yeah. So it's like,
I mean, and I'm not even saying
it was
that
more probably the CTE stuff
didn't exist, and like that those guys didn't act irrational and do fucked up stuff too.
But
other wrestlers throughout because there's been a lot of those cases. But it's like,
you can't just blame steroids.
You can't blame wrestling. That belittle the whole damn thing and everybody in it because this guy did some crazy ass shit. That would be like,
he had to take that after basically only becoming the face of the company like a year-ish before that, and they were like, "Well, what do you think about this, John? Have you ever been, has steroids ever been pushed on you for that? You know, blah blah." And like he had to just not lose his mind as like a young, and he wasn't like, I guess he was pretty well established, but he was like he was a younger man still, and like he had to like rise to the occasion. I'm sure those fucking questions weren't easy to answer.
But I mean,
Vince got defenseful as fuck in some of his because they were.
Well, I mean, he was also the head of it, you know.
Oh yeah, but some of the interviewers were pricks.
So it's like, but he's going to be the one that's going to really be demonized because it's like you're the head of the organization.
Yep.
But I mean, that probably prepared John because it's like he transitioned effortlessly into show business too. It was like people, everybody that's at, like you ever hear that's worked on a set with him like loves the guy, you know?
Yeah. Even he would say though that he's like some of those early movies I did, not like just compared to like what he did later on. You know what I mean?
But he still is like
he's a natural.
People took a chance on me.
He's a natural fucking talent for all that stuff.
I mean, that's how it's going to go, too. You're probably not going to be as good in your first few until you kind of get it down and figure it out a little more.
But that being said, shall we go to some this or that? I think you're reading first, actually, right? No, or am I reading first?
I think I am this time, I believe.
And what do we draw tonight?
Main dishes.
So just any main courses, for food. Whether, I guess, I was going to say, it didn't even have to be an American main course. It could be anything. But it's like a lot of the ones that I thought of. I'm like, well, it'd be interesting to put all of these, different things on here.
Yeah.
So I'm sure we both have. I'm sure some will for sure overlap, but who knows? I'm kind of anxious to see what rabbit hole you went down for this. Because I can see you putting some wild shit on there, too.
I mean, it's not too crazy.
Yeah,
for the most part.
But no, it's it's props though in certain aspects because I'm like some of them I just want to know straight up because I'm like I want some of the hard ones to be thrown out there too. You know what I mean? Like for you and who knows what you have for me.
This shit's gonna make me hungry as fuck. I feel.
Oh yeah, and we're starting with this too, where we usually like go with the good, the bad, and the shits and start talking about food. At least the last two.
All right, well let's get into it. Your main for the night is going to be chili.
That's fine. Chili's great.
Yeah,
love it.
We both put
chili with
over,
beans.
So, yeah, beans.
It's great any season, but it definitely slaps pretty hard during the colder, like fall and winter.
Oh, dude, fall chili can't beat it.
But it is great all times of the year.
Yeah, you can have it anytime. But like, fall and the winter, it's the best. But something about having it in like October, it's like a fucking vibe, man.
Oh yeah, throwing on a horror movie.
Yeah.
Having a bowl of chili. Been down that road.
Alright, so you got chili as the main. Been down that road. Me too. I feel like many a time.
Like it leads somewhere unpredictable.
Like, that's some wild
I'm gonna
shit
be on it. I'm
going down that chili and horror movie road.
I'm gonna be on my couch asleep. After it, maybe
farting up a storm in the next fucking
fart a little bit. No, dude, who gives a fuck? Chili,
it's good for you.
It is. No, it's got a shitload of protein in it, with beans, with meat, all the good shit. None of that bullshit chili. It's not chili.
Bullshit,
which probably isn't even chili, So, nope. It's good shit, pal.
You got none of that bullshit. That's just the best.
Chili's great, dude.
Yeah. Just think of Brendan throwing up all that chili out of the tree on Halloween.
Out of the tree?
Yeah. We were like eating chili, and then we were gonna hand out candy. And
Michelson?
Oh. The first people that came up to Tyler's house, he's like, I'm gonna get up in a tree in a mask and jump down and scare people when they come up. But the first people that came up was like this little girl and this old man. So he's like, oh, well, I'm not doing that shit. So he like stayed up in the tree. But
what the fuck?
He swallowed all of his chewing tobacco as he climbed the tree. So
oh my god.
He was like nauseous as fuck.
I gotta ask him about this.
Nauseous as fuck up in this tree. And me and Tyler were like handing out the candy to this kid and talking to this old man. And we just see splashes of vomit come out of the
Oh
tree.
my god. How did this not come up before?
I feel like we've had to tell you about it.
I don't know. That's funny as fuck.
And like I notice it, and I like look over at Tyler because we're like trying to maintain composure on this little girl and old man. I like look over at Tyler a little bit, and he like glances over at me, and he's just like big eyes.
Did they like look over there? And be like,
They
what the fuck
didn't
was
notice
that?
it.
Oh my god. Well, that was lucky as fuck.
And they left, and we like ran over there, and he hopped out of the tree, and he's like, I swallowed all my dip when I jumped up in the tree.
That's disgusting.
And
Yeah,
we
I
ate
can
all
see
that
doing that.
fucking chili right before.
He's climbing a tree and you just ate chili. That's a fucking bad combination.
Yeah, we're, like 18, 17.
Dumbass. That's what we called him, pal.
Yeah, pretty much. For sure at that time.
So no, chili is my main. I can totally accept it. Loving it, in fact.
Alright, so your main is going to be chili. First up, you got chili or spaghetti and meatballs.
Oh man, chili,
Taking the chili.
chili for sure. I'm taking the home team, baby. I am taking my boys in the chilies.
What do you think about spaghetti and meatballs? You like it?
Oh, it's good. I mean, it's a classic, combo. It's
Dude, it's
I
so
think it's
cheap
good.
to make.
Even that Campbell's spaghetti and meatball, whatever the fuck, isn't too bad.
Yeah, SpaghettiOs and
Yeah, some people be like, "Oh, that's some horse shit."
Chef Boyardee, like
Yeah.
canned spaghetti and meatballs.
Yeah,
But no, like
all those
even,
preservatives and salt, man, they keep you going.
even making it at home though, like spaghetti noodles and spaghetti sauce, cheap as hell.
Mm-hmm.
The meatballs are the most expensive part. And even like that's not that much. So it's like
No,
realistically, it's a pretty damn cheap meal.
it is, and it's
it
a classic.
feeds you for a minute.
You need marinara and all that shit though too. Still,
Yeah,
you
that's
can get
what
some
I mean.
cheap.
You
You can
need-
get some
you need
cheap
the sauce,
marinara,
but
yeah, you can get some cheap
but,
shit.
like
That's
spaghetti
some
sauce
real-
and shit's cheap.
Oh yeah, that's some cheap shit to make for sure.
Are you taking the chili?
I'm taking
With a win
chili
on
for
that
sure.
one.
Spaghetti and meatball. Big Daddy.
You lost your old meatball.
Spaghetti and meatball. Chili would slap the fuck out of spaghetti and meatball.
I mean, I like them both. So that would be kind of tough for me, but I'd probably take chili a little bit.
Okay, no, I'm not saying, yeah, spaghetti and meatball is good, and it is a serviceable meal, but chili, it's got health benefits. If it's spicy, that's a plus. It'll give you what you need. You know?
Yeah, you get a little chili powder. Toss
You
on
might
it,
have the
it'll be a little
farts.
a little
Oh well,
spicy.
you and your fucking whoever can get over it. Just be farting up a storm.
I mean, yeah, dude, if you're...
Dude, there's been tons of days
With
where I've
your
eaten
person.
tuna and chili.
You gotta be able to fart around those people anyways. If you're with your people, your friends, your significant other, you gotta be comfortable enough to fart around them.
Some people, it's obnoxious the amount of people that I've seen too. They're like, "Are you sure you don't have to poop?" It's like, no, I just need to fart.
I mean, I get it if it's like a few of them. If you're letting them rip a few times and they're stinking, fuck, you gotta go. Because what the fuck's going on? Because it's happened a few
I
times
honestly
at this point.
never thought about it in those terms until like the last few years. I just thought, I was like, yeah, sometimes you fart, sometimes you need to shit.
Yeah, I feel like the more frequent the farting and the smellier it is.
Devin would be like,
You need to
I'm
go.
all in for this
You need to
conversation.
go. But
Yeah.
chili's gonna beat spaghetti and meatballs.
Yeah, for sure. It would slap it upside the head, son.
Alright, well next up we got, you talked shit on it earlier, so it's not sounding good for you,
Oh,
but
boy.
we got chili or we got
Oh.
grilled cheese and tomato soup.
Oh, chili. See, I understand that grilled cheese and tomato soup is, cheap, affordable. You could feed a family meal for like $10. There you go. However, chili would slap it the fuck around.
I like it, yeah.
and we
A
all know
grilled
that.
cheese is not like a grilled cheese and
It is
tomato
good
soup
though.
combo
Dipping
is-
it in there, it is good.
It's
I don't know.
when
It
a-
is good.
like a cold day.
Yeah.
That's when it's the best.
But it's not like I'm gonna, I'm not gonna act like it's some sort of miraculous meal. It's, a cheap meal.
It's
Oh, it
simple.
feeds the family. Yeah, for sure. No, it's. I mean,
I'm a
it's
simple
fine.
man. There's some simple courses on here.
No, it's fine. But it's like, at the same time, they could be done up like that, and like, I feel like chili, it just got so much more shit, nourishment, and like fucking, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It'll give you what you need. You could live on chili if you really had to.
Yeah.
So a lot of sodium though, so hopefully you don't know. But honestly, high cholesterol, and I know how this sounds, but like it's so often like the
It's
issue.
gonna clot your shit.
No, but like also, it's not the worst problem to have. It's really not. And I've heard some people like talking about this too. But it's like, also if your shit is still at least moving and like you're active and doing shit, high cholesterol is not the worst problem to have. You know what I mean? It's very little comparison to some of these issues with aging. I feel like people have.
Yeah,
But
dude,
anyway.
like, there's one of my higher ups at work, dude. I know that guy got high blood pressure, man. It's like, as we get older, you might have that shit when we get older, man.
I'm sure I will. Because I get stressed and just fucking.
I mean, I do too, but like, I don't know. Like, there's like a level of like rampant, you know? And like,
You might have that shit, man.
when we get older. Like, this guy, he's like red in the face and shit, sweating and stuff. And it's like 6 a.m. I'm like,
Me?
damn. No, this guy at work.
Oh.
I'm like, he's got it. I hope he's like, I hope to God he's on some fucking medicine for it.
Yeah.
Some high blood pressure meds or something. This guy's gonna drop.
People are dropping like flies, dude. Look at the amount of musicians and like, just celebrities, people this year even, especially in the earlier part of the year, that like dropped in like late 40s into early 50s, like prematurely.
Yeah.
For those who don't understand what that means.
Especially
But it's
for
like-
the median, like the age of death going up as
Yeah,
time progresses.
because,
like,
well, for the
people
first
dying
time a few
randomly
years ago,
early.
The age went down because there was just a rash of suicides and stuff. I'm sure through COVID and everything else.
And probably just
And
like
it was, I think in
illness
2022 or 23 that was
and
the study.
illness and depression and all
It was
that shit.
for the first time, which I don't know how that was the stat. When it's like 2020 and 2021 were way more depressing than the following 2 years. But whatever.
It's like that's when the shit was kind of rampant and stuff
Yeah.
too.
I mean, not I guess, but it's like things were just so much more in a
That's when the
critical
oldies
space.
and like
And the fatties.
very like or people with
Yeah.
like, pre-existing conditions
Yeah.
were getting.
Well, they needed to
wiped
stay
out.
home. It doesn't mean.
I mean, everybody was staying home. We didn't have a choice.
That was some horse shit, I know. Although it did give us a chance to binge a bunch of good shit.
We got a lot of good shit.
So,
All right, so Chili's up 2-0.
Chili's up 2-0, slapping the competition around for these fucking amateurs.
Next up, we got chili or we got street tacos or mini tacos, but the ones you make at home, like the ones you can eat 5 or 6 of them. You know what I mean?
We always got the bigger tortillas, so we only had 2 or 3 of them usually,
Yeah.
or whatever.
So, I mean,
Sometimes
so kind of the smaller ones. You can get them
Yeah,
from
okay.
street vendors, or I mean, you can even get them at restaurants, but like you make them at home easy.
we
too.
got them in fucking Southern California, man. They were delightful. Ooh.
And you can also, the thing that's cool about street tacos is you can get like so many different kinds of meats. You can get all the different meats. You can try a taco of every one because they're small enough to where you can be like, yeah, I'll try them all out.
That's tough. I might actually. I think I might actually lean in favor of chili still a little bit.
All right.
And I love street tacos, and like I love Southern California's next. Not even that far from Tijuana, Mexico. Fucking street tacos and stuff. Because, like, so many times out there, getting margaritas and tacos and nacho fajitas and all that shit. And
well, the way this is looking,
it was so
Chili.
good.
Chili,
Yeah.
it's doing pretty damn good.
But who knows? You put a lot of different stuff on there, I'm sure.
Well, I mean, yeah, it's all different shit, but
Yeah.
you're liking Chili so far.
I do, and that
And
was...
I definitely know it's probably going to beat at least a few of these.
That was...
At least from the outlook.
That was by far the closest one out of those three, I would say, the street tacos one. Or tacos of any, I would have compared it heavily with tacos of any kind. You know what I'm saying? Like, just whatever. And, like, that would have been tough. I don't know. If it would have been tacos of any kind, too, I don't know. If it's just, all in one thing, Because I do love chili, but there's certain things that definitely would take chili out for me. So...
All right.
And I love chili.
So 3-0 Chili. Next up, we got chicken fried rice.
Chili.
Dude, my mom used to make this
Yeah.
bomb chicken fried rice growing up that, like, she put, like, peas and vegetables in it, but also, like, the chicken and the eggs. And, like, this... It was, like, soy sauce, but she added something else to, like, kind of thicken it up. And damn, that shit was good. That was, like, one of my favorite fucking things growing up.
Yeah.
So I'm like, I'm kind of salivating thinking of that shit because I haven't had it in like so long.
You know what I want to rant on for a minute is chicken and dumplings. I never understood why there was such fucking big allure around chicken and dumplings.
Well, it's big in my family.
Like, I'm not saying it's bad, but like the dumplings, who gives a fuck? I don't really want this mushy bullshit.
Well, they gotta be a little hard. That's the thing.
It's just
they gotta be a little
either
hard.
way. I've never been.
Dude, my grandma used to make these chicken and dumplings that were like
never understood the
so fucking good. It was like one of her things.
Really?
Like chicken and dumpling. Like she could make this shit. I don't even know what the fuck it was. Like her green beans too. Like it was because she did it like the old soul food method where she added some. It was definitely not healthy green beans, but like it was fucking fire. There was like bacon and shit in there. A lot of grease. But this chicken and dumpling shit, man. Oh my god. And since she passed, it's like everybody tries to make it at functions, and it's good. I get it as a side with my plate. I'll try some, every time, because it's like, oh, it's the holiday thing. Grandma's chicken and dumplings, gotta have some. It's just, you gotta. It's in her memory, But it's never the same. And I don't know if that's just because it was grandma and it was growing up, or if it's because it's like, if it's just not, there's something missing because it's not her making it. You know what I mean?
Well, that's probably that. Yeah. I would assume it was that. Soul food
That's
for my boy.
That's the problem with grandmas, bro.
We already said that.
Yeah, dude, my grandma used to make some shit like that, though, like old recipe kind of stuff that was like, it was certainly probably not healthy, but it was like, oh, put some meat on your bones. Like the old school method shit where it was like, this isn't probably the healthy way of doing it, but holy fuck, is this good?
Yeah, that's how it feels.
Take all
Dude, like, my
health
grandma would
benefit out
make
of
these... My grandma would never pride herself as that much of a cook, like, on my mom's side. But she, like, made these lemon bars that were, like, phenomenal. And I'm not even, like, a huge fan of, like, lemon-flavored... Like, I mean, I love lemonade. I love, like, lemons are fine. Like, they add a lot of great flavor. I always buy those lemon-flavored teas. I like it, but I'm not a huge fan of, like, lemon dessert kind of stuff, I mean, it's fine. It's not my bag, per se. But, like, she would make these lemon bars, and they actually were fucking phenomenal. And she always, like, somehow had the best tasting watermelon, too. Like, always would find the best, and, like, it would be cut up in perfect little cubes and shit. And I was like, oh my god, this looks so good.
Summertime classic.
Yeah. Oh yeah. And so I would just go over there all the time, like especially as a teenager, just pig the fuck out. Just eat food, man.
Snacking on lemon bars and watermelon.
Yeah. But no, she made a few things that were like, oh my god, they slapped. So.
Yeah, that's just. I mean, that's a grandma way.
I'll never forget too. Is like she. So in 3rd grade, we had Grandparents' Day, right? It was like September 14th or whatever like day it is in September. And like her and like Dan and Papa came with me, but I did my slideshow on Papa even as like an 8 or 9-year-old, whatever I was, and I like do the whole presentation, blah 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 and stuff, and like she like says like to end it too. Like one of the things I remember her talking about specific memories. I remember her specifically saying after like that was all over because she saw like because some people did it on their grandma, some people did it on their grandpa, depending who was around and who was able they wanted to do it on, and even at that time I did it on him and on Papa, and I remember at the end of it, because she watched a lot of the other slideshows that the other kids did and stuff, she's like, well, Timothy, I'm glad you didn't do it on me, because all these other grandmas like to cook, and I really don't. And I'm like, I mean, like, it doesn't matter that much. It's like, because, you know how to cook some things, and it's like, it's not, the other world. The other thing is, too, if you want to even make something, if you, even today, in today's age, especially now, if you really want to make something, even once, or you want it to become a common thing, you could just look up a YouTube video of it and learn how to do it and just make it, exactly that way.
Yeah.
So it's like now there's more, but I remember her, and this was like 2004, like that she, I had thought about that
different ways, like you can, there's so many, like, everybody's got their own recipe book now and shit, and there's so many, like, you can look up, 50 easy recipes, like, just online, like, all these different articles and shit, it's really not, nowadays it almost feels like, everybody can make a little something. If you really, like, buy the ingredients, you put in the effort, people can make shit. But, like, there's still an art to cooking in a way. Like, people that are like, if you're damn good at it, there's a difference,
Oh, yeah, for sure. And, like, my mom always made us a ton of different stuff, so she was always, like, a good cook. I just didn't understand, because, like, some of my family just loved chicken and dumplings, and I'm like, I mean, it's not that they're bad. I was not a picky kid, even. It never was, and all of them would say that, too. And, like, but chicken and dumplings, I'm like, I don't fucking, it's like, this shit's more of a nuisance than it is, like, the thing I want to brag about. I'm like, I like the chicken more than the fucking dumplings, anyway. That was me. I was the 1 in 10. But it's like, I don't know.
Yeah, the mixture. I just like.
No, the mixture is fine, but it's just, it kind of feels like an old, like, whenever I think of supper, I think of chicken and dumplings. You know what I mean? No, I'm not lying. Like, that is what I've always imagined. Are you ready for supper? No, I'm ready for dinner, which sounds way more modern and badass and like
modern.
It's gonna be good.
Trying to boot out the old school.
Fuck supper. Supper.
I'm just gonna call it supper forever. Like, yo, you wanna go grab some supper before the movie?
It sounds like some old shit. It sounds like
you're not gonna grab supper at like supper. A sit-down place.
No, I'm grabbing dinner. It sounds
that's the thing.
It sounds like some steaks, some
supper.
Nice fucking silverware and napkins laid out. It sounds like a damn good time.
You're having supper with your family. You're having dinner.
Dinner is
with some pals at a sit-down restaurant.
No, or with somebody. It's like no, dinner just sounds way better. Supper just sounds like an old person's fucking fart fest and fucking dumpling fucking orgasms.
Trying to stick up for the supper people out there. He's not having it.
Oh my god.
Well, if we got a little off track here, but it's 4-0 Chile.
Talk about an ass whooping, damn. Chile, man, it didn't come to fuck around.
Might be a little tougher this next one, but we'll see. Next up, we got chili or we got cheeseburger.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to give it to the cheeseburger.
It's a classic,
It's
man.
just, and the thing is too, the cheeseburger above all, it tastes so great too, and chili does, but it is so much more universal. You know what I'm saying? Like you can pick up the cheeseburgers like it's Chili's. You have to be a little more careful with. Cheeseburgers are just, you can bite into that and be like, oh my god. Any time of the day, even if you're driving, I don't recommend it because I don't even eat when I'm driving.
Try not to. Yeah.
But like, I mean, okay. Well, the one
if
thing
I got
will
somebody
do,
in the passenger seat and we
Yeah.
stop and we got some shit, I'll be like, hey, pass me some fries or something.
Yeah.
I'll do some shit like
that is the one thing I will do. Guilty of that is picking up Mickey D's. I will, if I got a fresh batch of fries, I will shove my hand into that bag and I'll pull out
the
like
easiest thing to
7
do.
fries and I'll just
I'll
stuff
munch
them
on them the whole way home.
and I'll just stuff them into my mouth because they're so good when they're that fresh, dude. And so, you know, I'm like, oh my god, yeah, they're so good. But that's like pretty much the only time I eat whenever I'm there. Sometimes I will eat those little rollers, those taquito things off the grillers and shit. Like, you know, just
So better
shove one of those in my
warm.
mouth, yeah, because they're, you know, easier too. But like, I don't know, I
It's
try
gotta
not to
be
eat
easy.
very much.
Yeah.
I try, like, even a cheeseburger, I try not to do that.
See
You know.
people eating shit with a fork in their car, who fucking putting on makeup. It's like, what the fuck
While
are you
driving?
doing? Yeah. Dude,
Oh
I've
my
seen
God.
multiple girls, like, with their mirror down, like, putting on, like, mascara eyeliner or some shit. I'm like, you're behind the wheel! Fucking just wait till you get there. Fuck, man. You might be running late, but holy shit, this is not the time.
Yeah.
If you're at a stoplight, like, okay, you're trying to do it quick, but it's like, it's not going to even, okay.
Yeah.
If you really care about it, it's not going to look the best if you're, like, trying
No.
to rush it right
No.
now.
We always assume we're a little more capable than we turn out to be sometimes with that shit. Like even behind the wheel and like doing stuff you think you have time for, you know what I mean? And it always feels like whenever you could use the extra time on days that you're like, you might not be situated or you don't have the energy drink open, whatever, you're like, man, can I hit a fucking red light for a second just so I can stop? No, it's all great. It's like, dude, I could use a stop right now. And then
Yeah.
on the days that you want to get going because you're running late, you're like, fuck.
That's how it goes.
Yeah, always.
Working against you out there.
Oh, yeah.
Cheeseburger took the win, though, so
Yeah.
the opponent's on the board. Still 4-1 in favor of chili. Next up, we got chili or shrimp Alfredo. That's the thing, too. The shrimp Alfredo is like, you can have it, it's such a wide variety of ways. You can have it like
Yeah.
in such a high class joint, in a or just a sit down kind of dining place, or you can even just get a frozen shrimp. But it's always
know.
passable and fucking good.
It is. I know.
Especially if you add some little Parmesan dust up top.
And I love seafood too, so I love shrimp and crab and like fish and all that shit.
Yeah.
I think on this one, I think I'm still gonna go chili.
All right.
As much as I do enjoy that.
Well, next up then, it's 5-1 for chili. Next up, we got fried chicken. Dude, and the thing is, I've never had bad fried chicken.
I know.
Like, you can get it places, like combos, any places, fire. But, like, you can
It
also just pick it up. Like, you can make it at the house, obviously, if you just get chicken and deep fry it and shit. But, like, you can also just pick it up from, like, Deerbergs or Schnucks or something around here. And it's still good. Like, out of the warmer. Just
Yeah.
pick up
Oh,
like
yeah.
a 4-piece
Or like
combo
Walmart or
some shit.
something like that. Like just the
Yeah.
ones they have
Just-
laying in their thing.
Because it's like the same with like their sushi or any of their kind of like poultry products, like the warm stuff, like
Mhm.
that shit's out there like every day. So it's like fresh shit,
Yeah.
pretty much, you know?
Yeah. Well, and they have to pull it off after a certain time, and they, you know what I mean. Like there's like regulations, obviously, for it.
That's what I mean. It's like I've never had bad shit really. You
Yeah.
can just like, dude, I can just grab a 4-piece like
You ever go to
combo off the
KFC
thing.
anymore?
I get it. I haven't got it in a while, but I'm not against KFC. I know some people are like hate it.
Dude, I love those spicy, like those Nashville hot ones. Whenever I lived in California, and they had that Taco Bell / KFC right next door to Family Dollar, that was fucking amazing. Because I went there on my break. Yep, I went there all the time. It was right. I mean, it was right next door. So I would get like
was with them
the best thing I could do is like whenever I get the Nashville hot chicken tenders and the cheesy gordita crunch, I was like, oh my god, that was a place you wanted to be.
I mean that's
that
pretty
shit.
damn cool though that you could just double it up.
Yeah, and just get different things. And I'm like, that, you know, my favorite item from both places. So I was like, fuck yeah, I'm doing that. And then I get like a Baja Blast. Oh man, still wasn't. I mean, it was still kind of released in stores at that time, but it was. Oh man, it was amazing. It's amazing. Tasted incredible, and everybody knew it.
I mean, that honestly, yeah, that sounds pretty fucking good. Or just being able to order off 2 separate menus at the same place. It's pretty cool. Even though it's like that's a recipe for just mixing your stomach with some crazy shit and fucking it up, but at that age it doesn't matter.
Yeah. I was like 22.
It's like fuck it, you know. What do you think though, chili or the fried chicken?
I might go slightly fried chicken.
Yeah.
On that one.
Yeah, dude, fried chicken's so fucking good though.
Yeah. And once again, yeah, and there's a variety of different kinds of fried chicken, like the sandwich and like the, you know, different stuff that they throw them on. But yeah, it's amazing. I mean, as a kid, I used to probably revere it even more than now. I still love it though. I just probably don't get it as much.
Yeah.
Sometimes I'll order just a bunch of those fucking Popeye sandwiches though.
I did get
because they're buy one get one, dude. It's a great
ago.
deal. You could order fucking 6 of them.
I got a 3-piece combo and a sandwich, dude. I was like, fuck it.
They just are giving it away. They're getting it. They're Cajun fries. Have you had them? They're so good,
dude.
They're so good.
Popeyes is the best, like fried chicken joint. Like
they are
out of like the chains and shit.
They are. They slap people around.
So fried chicken for the win. So it's 5-2 in favor of the chili.
Chili is doing well.
So next up we got chili or we got lasagna. Garfield's favorite, man. My mom used to make some pretty fucking good lasagna too.
Mine too. I think I'm still gonna go chili over lasagna.
You know, lasagna is one of those things too where like I like it, but it does almost have to be like homemade. Like you can't get
sorry
that shit that you heat up. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like a tray of it. It's not very good. It's kind of like enchiladas. You got to get enchiladas from a place.
Dude,
if you try to get enchiladas at home and heat them up, they're shit.
What's crazy is some of the stuff you think of as cheap sometimes, like the shepherd's pie and stuff like that. Linda, whenever I was staying at Papa's and like she cooked one, she made a shepherd's pie. I was like, this thing was amazing. It was so good.
Made a pretty fucking
Kim is a hell of a damn cook.
She's a good cook.
She's like her what is it? Her not salad, but coleslaw. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, her coleslaw is the best I've ever had. It's fucking amazing.
Yeah, dude.
And like I can sincerely say that.
She was whipping up dinners all the time.
Oh yeah. And I mean, I can make one thing tremendously well. I can make, you know, eggs and bacon and other bullshit like that decently.
Yeah. That's the thing, like,
but like
as a single guy though, too, it's like I don't care.
You don't have to make 6 sides with a fucking main course.
Well, I don't gotta make a fuck ton of stuff. I'm just like,
you're another sandwich.
I'll heat something up. I guess it's early enough. Fuck it, I guess. But
it's such an Elijah answer.
I mean, why not? You know?
Yeah. No, I was gonna say there's a couple more in there.
You're taking chili over the lasagna.
I'm
Lasagna
taking
is
chili
a good.
No, it's really good. I don't disrespect
The
lasagna
layers
at all.
and shit. It's pretty fire.
Yeah, in my mom made a hell of a
Cheesy
lasagna,
ass.
but she made one hell of a chili too. That's the thing. So it's like, but also I think I would take, as far as if we want to go by tastefulness, my taste buds and what I feel agrees with the most, I would still take chili over it. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And it just, I love that shit. And like, chili doesn't have to be incredibly spicy, but you can't deny, and I know I'm more of the spicy one out of us, but it's like, you can't deny that a chili is always better when it has a little bit of a kick to it. Something, because it's always, you know what I'm saying? It always just is a little more powerful.
Yeah, I mean,
you're
so
like,
at
ooh.
least a certain spice.
You're
to it,
like-
'cause it's like the chili powder even can add a little something.
It just tastes really good.
Yeah.
But it's like, I think that's one of the things. It's like, it doesn't have to be like crazy. It doesn't have to burn your tongue or anything. But it's like, it's always better with like a little bit.
Yeah, I
of
want
a
to
kick
enjoy
it.
my food. I don't want to feel like I'm getting
No,
my
you don't
ass
have
kicked
to.
by it.
You don't have to. But like, a little bit of spice, man, it never ruined
A little bit
anybody's
of
life.
spice is fine. Yeah.
Never ruined anybody's life.
I don't mind some bite. I don't want to be like.
Exactly.
I don't want to be profusely sweating.
No.
That's the thing. I sweat some too
I
with
do
hot
too.
food.
I do too. My dad does though, but that's yeah. Makes sense. But I love.
I remember feeling like a little kid, feeling like a hard ass, like when I eat some hot wings, being like 8 and being like, "Fuck,
love
yeah,
them.
dude."
Nothing I love more.
See
Nothing.
that? I ate some hot wings. with our pizza tonight.
Nothing. And like, dude, and that's bold to say because I love like pizza, steak, tacos, cheeseburgers. Love those things profusely. But I still would take hot wings over them.
Yeah.
And like, that's just the thing. It's like, that's what my DNA fucking says. But I think I'm even more of a hot fan than my dad because he likes some spice, but like, I got into it like way deeper. Like, just, I'm like, oh, I want to try some shit. But I like it being tasteful. Like, I always get the
Well,
medium.
you're just spicy. You just want all the spicy shit.
Love it.
I want hot chips. I want
Hate.
spicy chicken patties.
I
I
don't-
want spicy pizza rolls.
Hate fucking lime with spicy though. Hate it. Don't think it goes at all. So that's the Mexican, you know.
Yeah,
They do
you're
that.
saying you hate them.
No, I'm saying that combo, it doesn't fly with me, pal. It ain't good.
Chili lime.
You
or
either
whatever.
go hot or you don't go lime anyway because you don't really. Like, I like lemon lime and shit like that, but like.
Lime and beer.
We ain't
and
fixing-
lemon lime.
Okay,
yeah.
beer, lime is good stuff too. We don't want fucking lime with all this shit that's gonna be good by its own. Oh, let's ruin it with lime! No! Get that the fuck out of
That
here.
kick of lime in there.
The
Key
jalapeno.
lime pie is fucking fire.
That's good. And the Tostitos that are jalapeno need to be in production, not the fucking Tostitos that are lime. Nobody gives a fuck about a goddamn lime tortilla chip. Get the fuck out of here. Bring back the scoops that were jalapenos. Those things slapped like a
The
sensei.
lime chip with like salsa is not bad though.
I don't like spice with lime. I just don't. I don't like that. I'm not a big fan of that.
Doesn't kill me. I don't.
I don't like it. It's just like, no, commit to it. It's like it's either spicy or it's some bitch ass bullshit.
I mean,
And you're eating it
the
with lime
lime's
chips.
not doing much. It's just adding like a different sort of
No, it's
flavor. in
weird. It just tastes weird with it. Like, I don't agree with it.
I mean, yeah,
And I agree with the
it is a little
Mexican
weird.
culture and like all of the dishes and all the spice and all that stuff so much, but there is where I don't agree. The lime with the spice. I don't agree.
Mm.
Yeah, that's the thing. But I don't. And a lot of people agree with me, but also I'm sure it's just like if we were born south of the border, it's like I'm sure we'd feel different about it too and be like, oh man, yeah, that's some good shit.
Yeah.
But They do have some tremendous dishes because Mexican food is like my fucking, like, it's so good. It's my favorite. Granted, I need to explore more foods, I would say, too. So, love it, though. Love certain things from the Chinese food menu. Just was over-abused whenever I was a child. Just too much. Every fucking
I love
Thursday.
Chinese food, too.
It's good. It can really slap. The 2 or 3 times a year that I do get it, it does really slap those times. But I would rather keep it to that level than, you know what I mean? Because then when I get it, I really enjoy it. You know what I mean? But then it's like, okay.
I like it. But it's definitely.
It was just, we got it too much.
It's the problem where it fills you the fuck up and then you are hungry.
Mm-hmm.
A little bit later. It definitely does do that. Alright, so 6-2 in favor of chili.
Yep.
Next up, we got chili, or we got a club sandwich. And to clarify, club sandwich is a BLT, bacon, lettuce, tomato, mayo, with a meat. So, like...
Oh, you mean the...
turkey, ham,
you mean the
roast
bacon
beef,
isn't enough to
chicken.
be a foundational meat like everyone always predicted?
So it's like a BLT with a meat.
That's what I always figured, because how is bacon enough? And here's the thing. Nobody can get me on this. I fucking love bacon.
I don't
bacon.
mind a BLT.
However,
club's better.
However, how is bacon... It's thin. It's, you know what I'm saying? Like, how is it enough to be a foundational meat as part of a sandwich? Was always my question as it pertains to BLTs.
Yeah. I mean, I don't mind them. I think they're decent.
I'm not saying they're bad tasting. I'm just,
you gotta have.
You see what I'm saying? Like, as far as it being the foundational meat, though,
it's not a one sandwich and done. Like if you're getting a homemade BLT, you eat 2 or 3 of those things for sure.
So you cook 4 strips of bacon and then you put it on the thing, or do you? How does?
Yeah.
See, it's either I'm not gonna cook bacon or I'm cooking the whole
you
pack.
put a slice of tomato in there.
Period.
Some lettuce, mayo.
But you need the bacon. I like the bacon being kind of crispy, chewy, kind of right in between. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because it needs to be
too
somewhat
crispy's
chewy.
too much.
I hate it. My mom loves it like that. I hate it. It's like ordering a well done steak. What the fuck you paying $60 for, you dumb son of a bitch? Like, what a waste of a fucking order.
Yeah.
So, I, never agreed with it, never understood it. That's a whole different thing. Because, why would you, Ricky and Justin. Why would you?
Well done. That is
Why?
It is crazy.
That's crazy. Why would you order a steak? What a fucking piss-ass
at
waste.
least go medium.
Okay, yeah. Medium rare is my forte.
I'd probably go medium.
It's the best
most of the time.
Now I have had steaks that are undercooked, and I'm just like, what the fuck are you doing with this? And
now, like a burger, if I'm getting a burger at a place and they
medium.
ask me how do you want it done, I say medium well most of the time because
I say medium.
I want my burger cooked.
Medium's perfect though.
Yeah, I just don't like pink in my burger.
Medium is just I want
my
literally the
burger to
medium
be-
ground.
I don't want it to be like charred, but I want it to feel cooked.
It's good.
And most of the time,
actually,
with all the other shit on there, it's like it adds enough other flavor.
Actually, with our DNA, like as human beings, cooked foods, and I know how this sounds, are actually the more thing that's unnatural.
Yeah, that's why like the Liver King was getting over that shit for a while.
That's crazy.
On that raw
That's
shit.
crazy.
Even though he was doing a bunch of roids and shit too.
That's crazy.
He really was. I watched the documentary over him, and it was like he was getting over on social media, like eating all this raw meat and shit.
Yeah.
But he was like, this guy was fucking incredibly insane looking. It was like, obviously, it's like, yeah, this might be your diet. You might be eating a bunch of raw shit and whatnot, and that's like crazy, look at this dude eating balls and
Testicles and shit.
livers and shit like that. But
like on Fear Factor.
At the same time, you're also doing HGH, dude. And you're like lifting heavy shit nonstop throughout the day. You know what I mean? So it's like, it's not, like, it's cool or whatever. Like, I didn't dislike the Liver King. I remember when he was like over on social media watching his shit and whatnot. But I never believed that it was this fucking. It's because I do polar plunges and fucking sauna cleanses and eat raw meat and fucking shoot bow and arrows and fucking, wear animal furs on my head and shit. It's like, this character is cool, but like, obviously you're doing HGH and a bunch of other shit.
Yeah.
You can't look like a Greek fucking god and not be doing something, man. Like,
hey, some of the guys during the fucking Attitude Era and Ruthless Aggression Era looked like that,
and they were doing shit.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
It's like, it's.
But there's also a
I don't
conversation.
demonize it as like, this is like the fucking worst thing in the world. It's like, but I at least think if you're going to like be this figure that's like, I'm this fitness figure, like look at my lifestyle, I'm this nutrition guy and whatnot. It's like, if people aren't going to aspire to be you without doing additional substances.
Yeah.
Let's be real about it.
That's their prerogative, though. But there's also an argument to, like, I've heard the argument too before, like as it pertains to like pro wrestling, is like, if it's not a true athletic competition, it's like, should it really matter? But then there's the whole aspect of like they're trying to appeal to kids and be role models and all that kind of stuff. So it's like they don't want to be on that kind of shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's like kind of a, but I also understand the
I
argument.
also feel like wrestling's not as much where it doesn't feel as much of a pressure scenario for people to be like, be doing it. No.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like,
it doesn't.
Nowadays it doesn't feel as big of a deal.
They don't even have to be on the
it.
road nearly as often. It's why also there's more injuries, because you're taking less bumps, but also you're taking less bumps. So like when you do take bumps, there's definitely a case for concern for something going wrong. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I mean,
we're seeing a lot of
WWE
injuries.
is like
We're seeing
picking
a
up the
lot of
live
injuries
shows. Yeah. They're picking up the live shows like some again because they're doing more of them. They're like this year. They picked them up like after Mania season, or after Mania ended.
Yeah.
I feel like they kind of started doing more of them. They didn't start them overseas with that tour, but since they came back to the States, they've been doing more of them too. Which is, I mean, it's kind of cool. I went to a few of them when I was younger.
Yeah.
What do we got?
What do you on here?
I think you're what, 6-2, 7-2? Oh, you had club sandwich or chili. He didn't answer for that one.
Chili.
Chili over the club.
Yep.
Damn, it's whooping some ass, 7-2. It's probably gonna take this last one too, if
We'll
I had
see.
to imagine.
We'll see.
Chili or chicken pot pie?
Chili. Damn, Chili laid down an ass whipping.
8-2. The only
Oh,
ones that
ass.
beat it was cheeseburger and fried chicken, the American classics.
That sounds about right. All right, I think I can hold out here. I mean, I may get us another couple beers here in a second.
I was going to say, I didn't know what we wanted. I'm
Do
sure
you
we're
need
pretty
to
far
pee?
into it. I didn't know if you wanted to take a break before we even did the other part, or if we just want to
Do
try
you
to
want
go
to?
through it. I don't care either way.
Okay. Well, if we need to during this list somehow, it
Sorry.
always
I
ends
mean,
up.
I'm chilling.
It always
right
ends
now.
up that we do a longer part the first part either way. Plus, we talk for like the first 20 minutes about other stuff.
Yeah.
Probably. Excuse me. I am gonna grab us
What's all
some
that
beers.
beer?
I am gonna grab us some beers at some point here. The last ones of these, but before that, I'm gonna give you this. If at some point I need to go or you need to go, and we're like, we gotta stop it, we will. But for now, Elijah's main measuring stick on this or that tonight, his main is gonna be a classic that he gave me: spaghetti and meatball.
I like it. Honestly, it's hard to say if I prefer that or Swedish meatballs. Which one I like more.
Okay.
You know?
I didn't know how this was gonna do, but I knew it was gonna serve
Spaghetti
as
and
a
meatballs is
classic.
so much easier to make on your own at home.
Oh yeah.
So,
But I did put some not so easy defeats in here. So we'll
it
see
might
how it
get
goes.
whooped.
We'll see how it goes here.
See,
You
I
ready?
thought chili would do pretty good, but I was like, I didn't know if it would lay down a whooping like that, you know.
I did too.
Because I also
I
did,
didn't
I
either.
did a wide variety of foods.
You did. If I would have guessed at the beginning of your list, I would have bet it would have been like a 6-4 kind of thing. Maybe Chile would win. But
What do I got?
yeah, I didn't know. So going on with yours here, this is not going to be an easy one, and this is taking every item that we're talking about here is kind of like the item overall versus the other item overall, not a specific brands, whatever. Even though we can get into those nuances too. So the base item for tonight, Elijah's measuring stick, spaghetti and meatballs. Its first opponent is going to be the classic, an American tradition, the hot dog. One-on-one with spaghetti and meatballs. I've had some incredible hot dogs though before.
Yeah, I mean, if they're all done, like a ballpark dog's a classic. Like if they're done up a certain way and whatnot, like, or just like a summertime, you've been outside, grilled, get them fresh off the grill, dogs, they're pretty fire, over campfire. It's like, there's memories with a hot dog, you know? But if I'm sitting down for a meal, I want spaghetti and meatballs more, probably. More times than not.
Even though I'm sure you get hot dogs more just because it's more places.
I mean, yeah, made on my own, I probably do spaghetti and meatballs more, honestly.
Really? You make it?
Yeah, I make it.
Do you?
But like, being on my own, like, I can eat off that shit for like 3 days. If I really, like, because I'm not going to finish all that shit. Like, even one box of spaghetti is a lot. But
You're going to go spaghetti and meatballs, huh?
I think so. Like, a hot dog, I do enjoy it. Like, there's a times, too, where I crave it. You know, where it's like, and I'm not going to turn it down. If I'm, like, somewhere and people are just like, oh, I'm going to grill up some hot dogs real quick. You know, like, as a kid, like, I have distinct memories as a kid of just, like, being at friends' houses or doing shit, like, being a pool day or something, swimming for hours and being outside. And the parents being like, oh, I'm going to whip up some hot dogs on the grill real quick. And just being like, oh, fuck, yes, dude. It's like it is. It is a summertime American classic.
It is. And I always buy more hot dogs during the summer. I got that mustard, that ketchup, and that dill relish. Oh my god!
Yeah, that's the thing. Like ketchup, mustard, and relish, it's the best with the dressings on it, for sure.
Yeah. And so I've been making it with the dill relish, which is important because it's better than the
You ever
sweet relish.
slice it and put some cheese in there?
Nope.
I did that as a kid.
Remember, like, Devin was making fun of us because Cheatham put, like, mayo on the hot dog.
Oh yeah, he used to do that shit.
Yeah, I did that a couple of times with, like, I was like, oh man, I'll try it out.
I did it with him too, just to try it out.
I mean, it was good. There's no way it wouldn't be. It's great shit.
You like mayo and ketchup and a hot dog.
So you're taking spaghetti and meatball over the hot dog?
Yep.
Oh, god damn.
I think so. That's a tough one though. That really is kind of tough to start out.
Next up, we've got spaghetti and meatballs or the Philly cheesesteak sandwich.
See, like, oh man, when we used to buy those frozen ones, you could heat up in the little
those
little
were
foil
fantastic.
packages. Oh my gosh, those were so good. But like at a place, I never get the Philly cheese.
No.
Just because I'm also not a fan of all those onions and peppers and shit.
I love them.
I'm not that guy. So, like, it's not my go-to at a place most of the time anyways. Also, I have a distinct memory of being a kid. And my brother, like, there was, like, some special at Steak and Shake, like a Philly cheesesteak melt. And he got it, and he got sick. And I got a distinct memory of him, like, going outside to the bushes and throwing up, like, in the bushes right outside the windows of Steak and Shake. Like, that's like my Philly cheesesteak. That was what lingered in my head with the Philly cheesesteak for a long time.
Oh. Dude, the Philly cheese is so good though.
But the Philly cheese, it's like just oh my gosh, those ones that you could buy. I haven't got them in a long time. I might get those again soon.
Those are good. I took them to work all the time for a while.
I'm gonna go spaghetti and meatballs though.
Oh my god, brutal.
See, like it is tough because like the hot dog too. Like that one was super tough, but. Spaghetti and meatballs have a little bit of everything. They have your sauce, they have your meat, they have your pasta. Like, it's a filling ass meal. And it's a blended little bit of everything, man. And you can add seasoning in there with your cooking or seasoning on the meatballs if you cook those separately. And mix them in.
Yeah.
And then the Parmesan, it's just like a collection of so much shit in one dish.
Yeah.
A lot of impact of flavors.
All right, well, so far the spaghetti and meatball is doing pretty well. 2-0.
Told you, I'm a cheap fucker, dude. I'm taking over the Philly cheese and shit. Like,
next up, we've got spaghetti and meatball, or
it's not a good date night food though. Like, you don't want to like if you're going on your first couple dates with somebody, you don't want to be eating spaghetti.
Fuck that. And they'll try to talk you in, not the person. I mean like the dating society into we should go someplace with some good pasta. Fuck pasta.
Yeah, dude. Pasta's gonna make me look like a fucking fool.
Exactly.
I'm not ordering
Everybody
fucking
orders
pasta.
Fuck that. No, I'm getting some meat bullshit that just great. And that's what I'm getting. I'll order the chicken or the filet mignon.
Yeah, it's like I'm gonna order something that I can just cut a piece off.
Fuck that.
And
I'm not
take a bite.
Anything up.
Pasta. I'm gonna cut a piece off.
Here's the thing.
Stab it with my fork and take a bite.
I
way I can look like a civilized gentleman and not a fucking fool.
I love the taste.
On the second date.
I love the taste of some great pastas. Don't get me wrong, but honestly, I think pasta's pretty fucking overrated.
I love pasta.
As a whole. I mean, I just,
it's filling as hell. It's cheap as hell.
It is.
You can make
but it'll make you fat as fuck.
You can make so much shit with it.
You know what I mean?
I mean, I fucking love
it. But next up is going to be spaghetti and meatballs, and this is just the wide range category of tacos.
Just
tacos, baby.
All of them. Dude, the homemade tacos. I looked forward to taco night at the house. It's just like, make your own. All the different side, like the shit set out to construct your shit. Mm-hmm. Always a classic memories at the house of that shit, like getting your little taco separator to make your shit on. Getting them from places too. I've never really had a bad taco from somewhere. You know what I mean? Like I've had some where I've been like disappointed where I'm like, damn, there's not a lot of fucking meat in here. Yeah. That's the main complaint ever with a taco from a place. If you get it somewhere, you're like, they really fucking skimped on the meat.
Yeah.
That's not even true though, because like Jack in the Box tacos, cheap as a motherfucker. You know what you're getting? They hit every time though.
Yeah.
They're not bad. They're bad for you, but damn, are they good?
Everything's bad for you.
Yeah, that's so many different kinds of tacos, but in general, like, they're just fucking good. I'm gonna take tacos.
Tacos on the board. 2-1. And next up is going to be spaghetti and meatballs or the classic cheeseburger.
The American classic.
Yep.
It's another thing you can construct it so many ways. You can add so much on it, and
everybody's got their version of it too. You know.
Yeah, I fucking like. It's so hard for me not to get the burger.
I'm sure you've tried. I was gonna say, I'm sure you've tried like me. Almost everybody's fucking cheeseburger. Like
it's hard. It's hard for me. Like even at a sit down place, like I want to try other shit. But I end up on the burger page, and I'm like,
it might be a different variety of the burger, but it's
like a burger. Like I'll get a sandwich sometimes too, but it's like I want that a lot of times. Where it's like, and that's That's bad on dates too, because burgers and sandwiches, like depending on what you get, that shit can be messy as fuck too.
Yeah, it can be.
But damn, dude,
Cheeseburgers
a
are
burger's
so good.
fucking good.
And they just, like we were talking about earlier, versus like chicken sandwiches, and I love chicken sandwiches too. But like a burger, just there feels like there's so much more to be offered in a lot of ways, like on how it can taste and what makes it distinctive.
Because you can
than it will a chicken sandwich.
Put so much on it and do so much with it. You can even season the burger with so much, meat with so much different shit.
It just feels like the floor and the ceiling isn't that wide on chicken sandwiches. It's all pretty high because they're all usually
all
good.
The cheeses,
but with burgers, you can like do so much stuff. I feel like with
from the bottom up, you can construct every single layer of it differently.
Cause that's kind of how I feel about it. Because I'm like, the best burger I've ever had is definitely better than the best chicken sandwich.
The best
you know what I mean?
burger I've ever had is better than almost anything I've probably ever had. You know?
Yeah.
That's
except hot wings.
So I'm taking the fucking cheeseburger, dude. It's probably one of my favorite things of all time.
Oh, I'm sure. You know, it's great. 2-2 here. Next up, we've got spaghetti and meatballs, or it feels like one that we've just been talking about. Spaghetti and meatballs or chili.
Yeah, it's funny, because I even kind of gave my answer for that one before we got to me. That is a close one, though, because they're not the same at all, but it's kind of comparable for me.
Wait, what are you, oh boy, what are you doing?
They're both, you get a little bit of everything in one dish.
Yeah.
They're both filling as hell. It's like...
Nothing slaps like an October night, though, like chili versus fucking spaghetti and bullshit ass meatballs.
He's trying to sell me on it.
No, you're not taking spaghetti.
He doesn't even know my answer, and he's trying to sell me on it.
That's what I am. I'm a salesman.
No, but I am gonna lean in favor of chili.
Okay,
but
now, cool. I was gonna have to raise the old
I'm just
hell
saying,
on
like,
you.
there's the comparableness in the fact that they're both filling as hell. You can you construct it the same way you can add pasta into chili too, like chili mac and stuff like that. But
yeah, I do think whenever
you get a little bit of everything.
I do think you'll feel more energized from eating chili than spaghetti and meatballs, though. Because like there's just
I feel like I got a brick in my belly after I eat both of them.
There's a shitload of protein in chili, though. It might make you have to shit, but
that's the thing. It's got a shitload of protein in it, which is good for you, but it's gonna cause a brick in your belly.
It's not that. It's the beans. It's
all that gas building up in you.
Yeah, it's not the protein per se, but it's because you're getting a lot of the protein from the meat that's in it, at least in the Midwest, where we believe in the good shit, making it good. Put the meat in it.
Yeah, I feel like that's just the standard for chili, man.
So, no, I mean, there's places that don't have it.
No, I know, and I'm sure it's good still, but it's like, it's not the same.
It's got to have the sauce in it at least, otherwise it's got nothing.
Definitely.
Otherwise it's got nothing.
And otherwise it's fucking beans. What do you mean? It's definitely got to have the sauce in it, otherwise it ain't fucking chili.
I know, but people do some weird shit. My mom actually because she made great chili, but she also made some white chicken chili.
My mom
actually
did that
was
shit
really
too.
good too.
White bean chili.
I mean, it's not as good as regular chili.
It's fucking
but it's still
good though. Yeah.
So you're taking chili. So it's 3-2 now. The competition is out of favor of spaghetti and meatballs. Next up, we've got spaghetti and meatballs, or, an all-time absolute classic here. Pizza.
That's another thing. You can do everything with it.
Yeah.
There's so much you can do with pizza, so many ways you can have it. It can taste like not even the same thing while being the same thing.
Yep.
So I gotta lean in favor of pizza.
Oh yeah, it would slap almost anything else around anyway. It would come close. Like, it's always one of the top.
Yeah.
It
is. It's up there. It's
as a kid, even into adulthood.
And the crazy thing is, I don't even know if I probably haven't said this on the podcast before, but I heard on a podcast, I think it was like Guy Fieri, when he had Bobby and Andrew on his show. They had like a pizza place on, and he was talking about how pizza in itself wasn't really that, like, it wasn't a thing in America, really. It wasn't popularized until like after World War II, because a lot of the vets had it in Italy and France when they were over there. So when they came home, they're like, man, I'm craving that shit. And they didn't have it. So they started like make pop-up places and shit like that. And it like, that's how it became a thing. So it's crazy to think that it's like somewhat a new concept here, and it's like one of the biggest things.
Oh yeah, because it's universal as fuck. There's also a lot of Italian people in America too. So it's like they bring, that over, and it's like, oh, this is a huge fucking thing.
Yeah.
So like a lot of big cities have
Italian people are like
have their Italian
stuff with it before
outlets and shit.
But it's like people probably came back from the war, and it's like they had different shit in Europe at that point, and it kind of became more popular there because then they were like seeking those places out, you know.
So you're in favor of pizza?
Yeah.
All right, we've got 4 left, and spaghetti and meatballs is down 2-4, and it is not looking too much easier here. Spaghetti and meatballs next up is against steak. This could be sirloin or filet, whatever you want, but like,
I mean, it's
a premium
all of them are good.
piece of meat.
Porterhouse. I mean, dude, every kind of steak though.
I usually prefer
ribeye.
Because ribeyes have a little more fat on them, but I usually prefer a sirloin or like a filet. I mean, sometimes I'll get other ones, but most of the time it's those.
You ever have filet mignon?
Oh yeah.
That shit's
that's the best piece of tender cut steak that there is.
Wrapped in the bacon.
Oh yeah.
Oof. Yeah, I mean, that's the thing though. Steak is like it's kind of like when you think of like, oh, you're going to eat kind of fancy, it's like the epitome. Like, oh, the steakhouse, like there's a lot of like fancy ass steakhouse with expensive ass shit.
Yeah.
Like, it's kind of like a high dining feeling thing, steak. So it almost feels like more of a, like I love spaghetti and meatballs. Like I'll eat it. Anybody that makes it, oh, I got spaghetti, I'm never going to turn it down, probably. But like steak almost feels like more of like a rarity, an occasion, a gift, like you go for a birthday or an anniversary or something's going, like a nice date, like.
Yeah.
It's like steak is kind of a upper echelon food, you know?
Yeah.
So just like not taking anything away from spaghetti and meatballs, but it's like you can have that any night of the week at the house. Just I gotta whip something up to eat. So that I'm taking steak.
There's no way it's even close in terms of like, I mean, the spaghetti and meatballs might be fine
like
and serve its purpose,
it's just,
but it's not even, because if you bite into a nice piece of steak, it's like it's heaven fucking in your mouth. It's like it's one of the best things you can have, and that would put steak, or well, not steak, but the competition up 5-2 at this point. And this is going to be another broad one here, because we've got 3 left. But next up is spaghetti and meatballs or fish. Let's just say, I guess, a fillet or pieces of fish or a piece of fish, whatever you want to say. If it's bass, if it's,
like a
whatever, salmon, whatever.
I love getting like just a few piece, like fried fish.
Mm-hmm.
Dipping it in tartar.
Oh yeah. So
classic.
Yeah, any of that, but open format, same as tacos kind of thing.
But yeah, I have a lot of memories too of like my dad and uncles like battering and deep frying like bass and tilapia and a bunch of shit like that.
Tilapia is so good, but it's just the easiest thing in the world to cut apart. You can do it with a little stick.
I mean, that's a lot of fish too.
It's
like you can just kind of with your fork. good though.
You
A lot of people
you
don't
cut that
like-
shit with a toothpick.
A lot of people don't like fish or like just don't like seafood.
Mhm.
It's like people are either into it or not at all.
It's good shit.
Yeah. I think I'd probably take fish.
Okay.
I do like seafood a lot.
Okay.
Like that's the thing. I'm one of the people I feel like that. I'm like I definitely am a stand up for seafood kind of guy. Like there's not a lot of seafood I don't like. You know,
Mm-hmm.
like that.
No,
I've
it's
tried.
great. Most of it's great that I've had too. Spaghetti and meatball is down 6-2, but it has had some real tough competitors.
Yeah.
So, and it is not looking too much easier.
It's
Next
gonna be the
up,
complete opposite of your list.
we've got
2-8 instead
Yeah.
of 8-2.
we've got the next up. We've got two more. Next up is going to be spaghetti and meatballs or chicken wings. And obviously open format, you know, any kind of sauce or, you know, buffalo or whatever. But it's like there's so much things that you can do just with chicken wings. But they are, especially when done right, when sauced to perfection, they are just the most beautiful thing on earth.
Yeah. And like trashed wings too.
Mm-hmm.
Like those are fire too, especially like
I like the trash
re-sauced
in re-sauced. Yeah, oh yeah.
Oh yeah, I mean they have to be almost.
Yeah, I want
I
them
guess you could dip
ultimately.
them in your
You can
own,
cook
but-
them, but I ultimately want them saucy.
Yeah.
Is my thing.
I think the trash are just good because they're like, I don't know, they're just that like kind of recooked flavor on them with the sauce if they're sauced again.
Mm.
I don't know, but yeah, like you said, you can get so many flavors on them and shit too. They're kind of like becoming became a big American staple at this point too.
Mhm.
There's like places that are open up that are just wing places, you know?
Yeah.
That's how you know
Oh, yeah.
you made it. Yeah, I'd probably go wings overall with
Okay.
that one. It'd be funny to just take spaghetti and meatballs so you just blow your gasket over
No,
there.
fuck that. You know that's not the truth at the end of the day. 7-2
Get ready
out,
for good content.
out of favor of spaghetti and meatballs. We have one remaining here. And it is going to be spaghetti and meatballs or barbecue ribs.
Dude, I love ribs. So I'm definitely taking ribs on that one. But as a kid, that was like I have distinctive memories of just always go like anytime for some reason if like as a kid we'd go to barbecue places more like bandanas and just shit
Yeah,
like that.
yeah.
And I would always get the ribs and I'd clean that shit. Even still to this day, I love ribs, but it's like I don't get them as much unless I'm eating at the house. If I'm eating like in a comfortable space, I'll get ribs. I don't feel comfortable eating them in public a lot of times. They're messier than hell. I got barbecue
Hot
sauce
wings are too.
all over my fucking face, and they're pretty fucking expensive. That's the other thing with ribs is I'm like a half rack of ribs. You're talking 34 fucking bucks, and that's like not at a high end place. You know,
Yeah.
whenever we're talking like other places where I'm like I can get more food, probably more filled for like 20 bucks.
Yeah.
You know, it's like, fuck, do I want to... That's the problem. Because I really do enjoy them a lot, but it's like, it's undeniable that a lot of what you're getting is bone. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
The meat you're getting is fucking fantastic, but it's also, it's like you're not getting super, super filled on ribs.
No.
And a full rack of ribs is going to run you fucking $100. So...
Yeah. Oh yeah. That's a shitload of money.
Yeah. But ribs for the win, still.
So yeah, it literally was the opposite of mine in a lot of ways. It was 8-2 out of favor of spaghetti and meatballs. Whenever I realized that, I was like, yeah, I might go with this one, but I was like, yeah, I might get its ass whipped. Because it's not bad. It's not like anything on here is bad. In fact, I
So
probably...
a lot of other stuff, it's like, it's more of a, you don't have it as often and it feels more like a treat. Like,
I would-
fuck yeah.
I would probably agree with you.
You probably
Except
clean slate
actually,
spaghetti and meatballs.
Probably. Hot dog would be over it for sure.
Yeah.
And the Philly cheese, yeah, probably. But no, it's not that I don't like it. I'm like, and I didn't even think about that in turn. But I was like, yeah, it's a classic. We'll throw it out there. We'll see how it does. But no, you know, it's there's a lot of good dishes out there, man, and like a lot of them, I'm a big fan of. But anyway, with that being said, I think it is time to take a break, and we'll come back in with some movie reviews, some exchanges for the next movie swap, and some good, the bad, and the shits. And we will see you, everybody, here in a moment. Stick with us. This is episode 241. We'll see you in a moment.
Welcome back to episode number 241. Right? Yeah, 241.
241.
Yeah, casting the spotlight. Just went in on some foods. Took a break and ate some food.
Oh yeah,
And we're back.
Some main dishes, and my chili whooped the ass of your spaghetti and meatball. In terms of that, I think we both actually took chili over spaghetti and meatball in their individual round.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was a good one. That was one that was on the docket for a little while. So
It was nice to finally get to. It felt like it was probably time.
oh yeah, yeah, we hadn't done foods or anything like that in a while, or even like because we'd done the one time of like restaurants and all that, and I know we've done candy bars, we've done sodas a couple of times, so
Yeah.
it's kind of interesting to get into some other stuff.
Branch out. Well, got a lot to dive into here.
Yep.
We're going to get into the movie segment. We had The Dark Crystal and Uncut Gems.
Yep.
This last segment. So those were interesting. Very vastly different films.
Yep.
Guess we can start with The Dark Crystal.
Yep.
So that was like, I don't know, it's just kind of interesting the fact that it was Jim Henson and Frank Oz, too. That were like the guys behind that.
Frank Oz and notoriously Yoda,
Yeah.
obviously.
And Jim Henson, you know, the Muppets and stuff. So it's just like that they were from those backgrounds. And they just kind of created this whole fantasy world involving like puppets as the main characters.
Mm-hmm.
But the world around it, like just the sets and the world of Thra that they were like inhabiting.
I read here that it said notable for being the first major film with no human actors featuring only puppets and animatronics.
Yeah. Yeah, it was like an entirely puppet cast, which is, it can, like, in that scenario, it only works kind of the way they did it. Like, you can incorporate puppets in different, like, the Muppets worked, but it was, like, because they had guests on the episodes, and it was, like, they would do different segments and stuff, and then, like, the Muppet movies is, like, all different adventures, but it still always involved bouncing off people.
Mm-hmm.
Like, the only way it works with all the puppets and stuff like that is, I feel like, doing it kind of like that. Like a complete fantasy world.
It has to be otherworldly, yeah.
Otherwise, yeah, it's not gonna be
not
taken
gonna sell the same.
seriously. And that was the thing about that film, too, is it was like, it was puppets, but it was taken seriously, kind of. You know, like, the story itself was very deep. It's like this.
But see, it can be serious as long as it's not taken out of that world. Because it's like, if it's going to be amongst themselves, there's, you know what I'm saying? Like, if you don't see them interacting with people during it or something, and bridging that gap, then it stays its own world.
It doesn't feel as
Yeah.
fake, necessarily. It just feels like, oh, this is this world. I mean, it really was, though. It was like the world of Thra, and like the Gelfling and the Skeksis and
the Skeksis. Your fave?
I mean, they were honestly a pretty good villain, though.
Yeah.
Like, they were like a nasty, like, creature, but they were like all ruling over the land. They were like a iron fist over it.
Yeah, which is never usually pegged as the good guy.
And a lot of the Gelfling were gone at that point. That was the thing, like in the show that Netflix did years later that was like a prequel to the movie, there was a lot more of other like species and stuff. Like the podlings, there was a lot of them were free still because they were kind of the slaves of the Dark Crystal.
Mm-hmm.
And the Gelfling, a lot of them were wiped out by that point. And they were kind of like, they had their own empire and like, you know, royalty and stuff like that. And they were living amongst the Skeksis for a while, but the Skeksis like got control of that crystal and just kind of like went power hungry and took control of the land. Took it out from under them, and they knew the Gelfling were probably going to be the biggest threat, so they like tried to wipe them out. But that's why like the movie was like Jin was a Gelfling, and was one of the few, and he had survived, and he was like on this adventure, this quest to take them down and get the crystal back and give it back to the planet, basically to restore balance. So yeah, it was kind of neat because it was pretty deep storytelling.
Yeah, that's
like
kind of what
fantasy storytelling.
That's what I wrote down in my notes is I'm like the amount of like detail that some of these, and they had to, I feel like, to work, especially on screen, like they had to look good and convincing. But it's like to look like that, you know, especially for 1982. I'm like it felt pretty like that's a year before Return of the Jedi even came out.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like that felt pretty fucking advanced. Like, and I wrote that down where I was like, you know, taking the notes while watching it. And because I was like, for the year it came out, I was like, especially like that seemed a little, I mean, maybe that was on par with like what they could do at that time, but it also felt like it was like kind of ahead of its time in a way with the amount of stuff that they could, you know, do with the puppeteer work.
Yeah, especially being puppets.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
I mean, like, a lot of it, too, was the set and the stuff they built around and the way they filmed it. Like, they made it feel like probably, you know, a lot bigger of a world than the space they were actually working in.
Yeah.
You know?
Well, and, I mean, shit, you don't probably need too big of a, you know,
yeah, they're just
of
working
a set to do that.
pieces of sets at a time.
Mm-hmm.
But it never really felt like that. Felt like it, yeah, like its entire own planet they were like inhabiting. So it was neat in that aspect. Like definitely the filmmaking and just the effort that it probably took.
Yeah.
I'm sure that shit was not easy. Like Netflix did the prequel shit, and I think they were gonna do another season, but they were like, it's just too much fucking work. Like it's so much money to like build all these different sets and to like employ all the puppeteers and the voice actors over the puppeteers and to like set up every scene. And
Did they get Frank Oz to do it?
I think it was. I mean, if he was still around, I'm sure he was involved.
Oh, he's still around.
Yeah, I'm sure he was
I think
involved
so.
in it then. I know, like,
He should be.
some of the voice actors were pretty famous people and stuff now, but they were just like, it was too much money and time and effort to film apparently, so they didn't even bother doing a second season of it.
Yeah, he's still around. He's 82.
Yeah, I'm sure he was at least like a producer or something on it then, if nothing else. But yeah, it was.
Oh yeah, no, it was like definitely to me. I mean, I hadn't.
I'm
really
sure
seen,
too in that time, 82.
I hadn't seen a movie kind of like. That's what I would say is of that time. You know, like they invested so much money into like it just being like the puppeteer work, theatrical film. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like
So I mean, if it
something
was
like
like
that.
almost too much time, effort, and money in the 2020s, I can't imagine how much work,
oh yeah,
blood, sweat, and tears it was in 1982 to make that whole movie. You know,
yeah,
I mean, I'm sure they had a series of like voice actors and different people doing stuff for it. But if it was like it was probably, you know, Henson and Oz doing a lot of the puppet work because they were the guys.
Yeah,
so like
for sure.
And you know, I'm sure Oz was involved in the prequel too, because Mark Hamill was the voice of one of the characters. So it feels like that connection isn't by mistake. You know?
No, it definitely isn't. Yeah, that makes sense.
But yeah, I mean, I grew up watching that one, but even still to this day, like it had been probably a couple of years since I watched the movie. Like I'd seen episodes of the show since I'd seen the movie last, but it's definitely it holds up, and like I think it holds up because it is puppets and it is sets, like practical sets in a fantasy world. You know what I mean? It's like it's old, but because it's such practically done work all around, it's kind of timeless.
Mm-hmm.
Which is cool.
Yeah, no, I can see that. Because it's not actually set in that world. It's like a complete fantasy world, so it works for any time.
And it was definitely ahead of its time at its time.
Oh, yeah.
It created an entire world with like multiple different creatures and species and like characters in this whole world where, oh, these people are being oppressed by this, and this crystal held the power, and it sucked the souls out of these people, and these people drank the essence, and that made them timeless and to live forever, and they were like eternally holding power, and it was just kind of like, damn, that's pretty like intense and deep for a puppet story.
Yeah. No, that's true.
And then you had for me Uncut Gems.
Uncut Gems, Adam Sandler showcase of acting talent, some people would say. I mean, I thought it was like on the... He had to go a little beyond outside of himself of like what he normally does kind of thing, for sure. And I think he did really well at it.
Yeah, it was definitely more like a dramatic role for him.
I know that Adam Sandler can also act, you know what I'm saying, outside of just being the comedy guy, like if he wants to.
But it does prove that. I feel like that movie did prove that, because he hasn't, like, he's had rom-coms and stuff like that where he's been able to show some emotion.
Yeah, I think that came out in 2019, Uncut Gems.
Yeah, but like that, I feel like that was like a movie where it was like, that was more so like a crime drama than it was a comedy.
Yeah.
You know?
Oh, yeah.
So, like, it was fully kind of him leaning into the dramatic side of his acting.
And, like, kind of the adrenaline of, like...
Yeah, it was, like, very tension-filled.
Yeah, of making bets and gambling a lot, and, you know what I mean? Like, just making... You know, kind of like showing the adrenaline of what he was going through with, like, what he had put on the line through a lot of the bets that he made.
It was like, was it both the Safdie brothers that made that? Or was it just one of them? I think it was both of them.
Might have been.
It was an A24 film, too.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, it was definitely a very, like, stressful movie in a lot of ways. Because just, like, he made so many choices and decisions throughout the movie where he, like, did this or did that, where he was, like, undermining different people or fucking different people over along the way, because he's like, oh, I'll get it back in the end and shit like that, and you're just like, just stacking shit on top of shit where you're just
and those guys are waiting for him.
Guy, dude.
Once that game ended, those guys are waiting for him too, and he hit big, but then they shot him in the fucking forehead immediately.
Yeah, and the thing is, like, I was feeling that kind of coming.
Yeah.
Because just those guys didn't seem like guys you wanted to play with, really. Like, they, like, were not... They were like caged animals when you had them locked in there. They were not happy about it.
And they were just sitting there waiting. you should be worried about
They got
those people.
quiet and
Yeah.
sat down and
Yeah.
just looked at him. It's like
That should be the person you're worried
something's
about.
not gonna go well.
Not the person freaking out about being locked in there. But yeah, they were just kind of like, okay, well, eventually we're gonna get out of here.
Door.
Yep.
When this game ends, whether it goes the way he wants it to or not.
Yep. And he hit big, and then he, got his.
That guy already had his mind made up.
I think I'd only seen Uncut Gems once before that.
The thing is, though, I felt throughout that movie, anyways, I was kind of like, it almost felt not in the same way, like obviously like Tony Montana, but kind of like it was this one character story about this guy who like flew way too high for too long, was a big baller, but like made a lot of very questionable choices and shit along the way and stuff like that. So like it almost felt like to me, especially with it being A24 and like with the way the movie was kind of dramatic and dark and stuff, I'm like, it kind of feels like he's gonna have to die. It just, like just being the character he was.
Yeah.
In the style of movie it was, it's like it just doesn't feel like this is going to end good.
Like he was always
it's on a crash
stakes are at an all-time high.
Yeah, so it was like on a eventual crash course to disaster.
Yeah.
Probably. And it was probably going to happen in the movie because it was a movie. So we were going to see it play out. Yeah. It was cool too though, because it dealt with like jewels and different stuff like that, and it wasn't like a jewel theft movie. I like those kinds of movies a lot, like heists, like jewelry heist movies and shit like that. But like it was kind of neat.
And he would like lend it to
shit like that
to Kevin Garnett for like a game or two, and he'd be like, "Oh man, he'd be obsessed with it."
The Weeknd, lending it to him for a performance, shit. Until he tried to sleep with his girlfriend, and then he got real pissed off.
Oh yeah, no, that was definitely a movie that did showcase his acting chops a little more too. But I mean, I was always of the opinion that I thought he could still act regardless, and he's shown it a number of times.
It was funny because Kevin Garnett actually had quite a spot in that movie. Like he was in it for a little while.
Oh yeah,
popped up multiple times.
Yeah, he did.
He's like a recurring character because he was kind of like made out to be like a questionable. It was like all the stars in the movie, like The Weeknd and Kevin Garnett were both guys that he was like, these sons of bitches. Like,
well, they were like getting infatuated with the jewel and shit too.
It was like, yeah, Kevin Garnett was infatuated with the jewel, and The Weeknd was infatuated with the girl.
Yeah.
And then both of those were not things that he was wanting to have any part of.
No. Uncut Gems.
But it was kind of funny, yeah, because there was like celebrity pop-ins.
Mm-hmm.
That one guy too, his little apprentice dude that like he kind of chauffeured Kevin Garnett and stuff. The younger black guy. He's a decently known actor too, but I forget his name. But he was kind of a son of a bitch in the movie too. He just like kept finding ways to be like, yeah, fuck you. It's like I wouldn't keep this guy around.
No.
I'd be like, I'm fucking firing you. You've only made my life fucking harder since you've been around. I was not a fan of that dude. It's like Adam Sandler wasn't a likable. That's the thing. His character wasn't necessarily a likable guy because it's like, I mean, his marriage was over. It was just they were playing it like it was still normal, a normal life for the kids and stuff. But like, it was 1,000% over.
Oh yeah. No, I mean, you can't burn the candle at both ends like that and gamble, all the shit you have without paying a price at the end of the day. You know what I mean? It's like it seldom goes, and it sucks because it's like that's whenever it happens. Whenever it's out of control of the person that's doing it. You know what I mean? Because certain people with like millions and millions of bucks, say you have a few 100 million, it's like then you might gamble, 500,000 or $1 million on something, but it's like you're fine because you're worth 200 million. You know what I mean? You can, just it's like if you sort of know what you're doing, but it's like it's another thing with these guys that are like, oh, it's gonna just fuck my whole life up if I'm already in debt with these guys, and if I don't hit on this, like they're gonna, you know what I mean? It's like that's just a horrible place to be.
Yeah.
It's one thing if you have it and it is a microcosm of like your full financial situation, and you're like, I want to throw some money down, then it's like, well, fucking go ahead because you're not gonna get hurt even if you lose everything. You know what I mean? I mean, like if you only put like a portion of it in. I mean,
oh, I'm gonna get into the high stakes poker game.
Yeah.
In the
but they don't know shit about gambling.
seedy hotel room with the mafia.
Yeah.
And I'm hundreds of thousands in debt with a gun to my head.
No getting out of that.
In a Vegas bathroom.
Do you want to exchange films for next time here?
And that's how you end up like what was his character's name? Anyways.
Who? Uncut Gems?
So that's how you end up like that guy. Yeah, he was stressful.
Howard Ratner.
He was stressful to watch. Howard.
A charismatic but deeply flawed New York City jeweler and gambling addict.
Yeah.
Damn. High stakes gambling, dude.
Directed by the Safdie brother, yeah. New York
Yeah.
City Judah. Yeah, we can
Exchange the new ones
the new
here?
ones.
Alright, well, I've got another one that's still up the crime thriller kind of genre here. And I mentioned it, I think, a while back. But it is called The Iceman. I actually watched it during horror season last year. I think I added it to my list because I'd never seen it before. But I think I told you a little bit about it. I don't know if you remember any. The Iceman, 2012, is a biographical crime film about notorious contract killer Richard Kuklinski, starring Michael Shannon as Kuklinski, who led a double life as a devoted family man and a ruthless hitman for the mob. Directed by Ariel Vroman, the film follows Kuklinski from the 1950s to the 1980s, showcasing his violent career and serial life, with a supporting cast including Winona Ryder, Chris Evans, and Ray Liotta. Pretty fucking solid.
I've definitely heard of Richard Kuklinski.
And
I know about
fun fact also is like that was what Stone Cold was watching Steve Williams whenever he was like getting some of the ideas, like it was like a crime documentary on Richard Kuklinski, and like that was whenever he kind of got the Stone Cold like character in mind.
Yeah.
But that, I mean, obviously this is like the film, so it's like I've only watched this one once, but I thought it was good, and I know Michael Shannon came up sometime last year on our Good, the Bad, and the Shits, and like we both said he was probably underrated, but like. He really is, because he's in a lot of shit that he's like, he really performs well in, you know? And we saw him in Nuremberg, and we saw him in, he was...
Yeah, he definitely
Zorel
shows up in everything he's in.
Oh yeah, in the Superman movies and all that, and he's been in a bunch of stuff, and he's been good, yeah. Oh yeah, that's right. Zod.
Yeah.
He was great, though.
Yeah, he's good in like everything, I feel like, for the most part.
He was in World Trade Center for that part, too.
Mm-hmm.
He's been in a lot of stuff, but yeah, so I figured I'd throw that one on there. I've had this one on, not for like a long time, but I was like, this is one that I had watched for the first time like last year, probably in like September or something. And I was like, oh, it's pretty fucking solid, like, because it showed you a lot of his run in his life and what he had to do to like lead that double life. Of course, you don't want to be in that position.
Didn't end well for him.
No, it never fucking does.
Well, it can't.
Yeah.
There's only one way it ends, you know?
Yeah. But it was a great, like, it was, I was enthralled the whole time, so I'm like, it'll be kind of an interesting watch. And because it's, in biopics like that, biographical films like that, like, are, always interesting to me too. Especially whenever it's like, of a notorious person for good or bad reasons, it can be interesting. So
yeah, what's interesting about that too, like kind of interesting
Hitman
factoid, is there for that period whenever I was writing that dude on death row, he brought up Richard Kuklinski.
Really?
Yeah, he's like, because he was reading, like he could read and shit in there. Obviously,
Yeah.
we talked wrestling, because you could watch SmackDown, because it was on local channels and shit.
Okay.
At the time, it was on Fox, so you could see it. And he could read shit, and he was like, he read some book about Richard Kuklinski, so he was like all about it for that moment in time.
Yeah.
I'm like, man, of course this guy would be sitting there on death row all into Richard Kuklinski and shit.
I didn't really even know too much about him before I watched the movie, because like we hear so much about the serial killers and all that kind of stuff, but then when I came across that and I hadn't seen it, and like, you know, Michael Shannon, like some of his work is kind of under appreciated. Like, I mean, I watched another movie last year that was called I forget what it was called, but I know I talked about it on here and I talked about it with you. But it was like where a big storm was supposedly coming in. He like built a storm shelter and like did a bunch of stuff. And like people didn't know. They're like, oh man, he's going fucking crazy. And it's like you were kind of kept wondering if like, was he like actually right and like this shit was coming, or like was it him being just driven fucking crazy from, you know, this stuff going on, because everybody else is just like, this dude is fucking unhinged, you know?
Yeah.
But that was one of the, I will say, I need to look at that. It might still be on here on my my like horror list. If it is, I'll try to look at it real quick. But no, it's on here somewhere here. Let's see. Take Shelter. That's right. That was probably one of the best Michael Shannon performances I've seen. But yeah, he like builds a storm shelter and shit, and people just think he's fucking losing his mind. But it's like definitely a good acting performance on his. I watched that actually 5th last year after Bone Tomahawk and Before Villains. So
Bone Tomahawk.
Damn. It didn't seem like a long time ago, and then you look at last year's list and you're like, oh yeah, that was a while ago.
Yeah. Been a minute now.
But anyway, soon enough we will be getting into that, which will open up all kinds of fun avenues. But the Iceman.
The Iceman.
Michael Shannon. It's got a pretty stellar cast too.
Who else?
Winona Ryder, Chris Evans, Ray Liotta.
When was it made? 2012.
Yeah. The Iceman.
That'll be interesting.
So, yeah. I've only seen it once, but I'm definitely willing to watch it again.
Well, for you this week, this is actually kind of, I mean, it definitely leans down the, it's kind of like a police investigation thriller, but it's like got horror elements too.
Okay.
It's one I've only seen once too, and it was like just a handful of months ago, but I was like, oh, this is kind of an under the radar, interesting movie. It's called Fallen from 1998.
Fallen?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I haven't seen it.
Starring Denzel Washington. It's a supernatural thriller, is at least what's listed on under Google, and it's a Philadelphia detective investigating murders that continue after a serial killer's execution, to discover that the killer may be a demonic spirit that can possess people. The film co-stars John Goodman, Donald Sutherland, and James Gandolfini. So, pretty dope cast.
Yeah.
Too. It's known for its dark tone, memorable opening. Became a cult classic, despite mixed initial reviews. So yeah, it was kind of like, a 90s Denzel, so you know, sort of earlier feel to him, like he feels kind of like a younger Denzel in it. John Goodman, I always love seeing him pop up and shit.
Mm-hmm.
And it was kind of cool seeing James Gandolfini too pop up, and I'm like, oh shit, Tony Soprano's in.
Oh yeah. I watched something else.
He's got like he's got like his hair around the sides of like a mustache and shit. It's like, oh god.
I
like
watched-
a police detective. Or
I
something.
watched something that he was in. That Brad Pitt movie, was it Killing Them Softly? Is that what it was? Didn't we watch that?
I think it's the name of a movie.
He was in. I think he was in that with him, and we might have watched it like not long after The Sopranos.
We might have.
Yeah, I was gonna say I don't remember much from it, but I do remember watching that movie at least once. But I mean, he passed away in like what 2012 or 13.
Yeah, it's been a
Something like
minute
that.
at this point.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's like I
Fallen.
said. I've only seen it one time, but it's definitely an interesting concept kind of movie because kind of actually when we were watching the new Spider-Man movie, Brand New Day, like how I don't want to give too many spoilers away because it's like
It was tremendous.
It's kind of new, but like how. I don't even know if I can say her name, but people would know. Jean Grey, how she can just kind of like jump.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's sort of that. Like, it's kind of a demon that can body hop in ways, you know? Or like, and that's the detective thinks like he's like, he doesn't know if he's going nuts, if people are acting weird around him, kind of, or if it's like, if this thing's hopping bodies and fucking with him.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's pretty cool. Pretty cool concept.
Oh, that
for a film.
Okay. Denzel Washington.
Yeah.
Fallen.
He plays like the lead detective on the case.
Okay.
Yeah, I the opening of it is pretty damn like, it's one of those like cold opens, like oh shit, like the movie takes a while to like jump back to that tone again because it like starts off where it like this is what this is.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And it's
Hey.
like,
The Day Will Come When You Won't Be. That cold open is fucking
horror films do that a lot, where they
ruthless,
start
dude.
off.
It
like,
just feels
boom!
so like you're like, what the fuck happened? And it's just like, it's just a cold fucking feeling. But yeah, they're really serviceable though in horror movies because it just kind of like lets you
they
in
hit
on.
you with it,
Sometimes it just you like.
and they
There's
reel
a-
it back in. They show you the okay.
Yeah.
Here's the main characters, and here's
Yeah.
what the story's gonna be.
It always it should be impactful. I feel like without giving like way too much away. You know what I mean? Or giving you.
Yeah.
Because then it's like you do that and you show the impression, and then you kind of bring it back down here and build the story before you kind of do that again. And, but I mean, there's been some great horror, like cold opens, and that's obviously where you want it like the most. Things that are horror-esque or some variation, suspense or thriller, you know what I'm saying? Like something in those lines.
Yeah.
That's where they're important. But yeah, I mean, The Walking Dead, speaking of, we, talked about that. It's like they had some great ones. Like there's some really ones that are like, oh shit, like they leave you wondering like, well, what the hell is about to happen, kind of thing. But yeah. Anyway, yeah.
It's an important thing sometimes, especially in like horror thriller-esque things.
Yeah.
Doing like cold opens. Because, it's just a tone setter and it grips somebody from the very beginning. They're like, holy fuck.
Oh,
And
yeah.
They're bought in. Because you're eventually going to get to that again.
So next round for the movie swap will be Fallen and The Iceman.
I feel like those are sort of different, but they feel like they line up well.
I was kind of feeling that too. Yeah, we'll see. It's kind of always interesting to see where we're going next whenever we do like these ones, just to, storyline wise, just see what the hell we both put up.
Yeah.
See where it goes. And I believe now it is time for some good, the bad, and the shits. Couple rounds here and there.
Yes.
I've got one I can throw out real quick if you,
Yeah, I'm down.
Okay. And I was just thinking about this earlier today. And I've drank these before, but like it's definitely not the preferable way to consume this beverage in particular. We were talking about foods earlier. But what do you think about canned, like, lemonade in a can? You know, like the Minute Maid ones that are like the 12 packs and stuff. And because to me, a soda like makes a little more sense, I think, with it, with the carbonation and the, you know, the whole thing.
Yeah.
But like lemonade, you just open it and it's already kind of flat. It's just like, I'm not sure that's the best way to consume my fucking lemonade.
You can chug the shit out of it though. That's the thing. It depends.
Which would only be good if it's cold.
Yeah, that's the thing. It depends on the circumstance. Because like if you get a can of it, I guess, like out of a cooler, like on a summer day or something, if they got a cooler stocked with shit and there's lemonade in their can, that's just gonna be ice cold. It's not gonna be too much to chug.
Yeah.
Because it's not gonna burn or anything, so you can just crack that shit open and just.
But I mean, when's the last time you fucking bought or even drank a lemonade from a can?
Not much.
No, I know, but
Picture or carton most of the time.
Exactly, and like making it in like a thing at home is like always better too. You know what I mean? It just doesn't. Yeah. It doesn't taste like that. Like I love those lemon.
I mean, Minute Maid lemonade's not bad. Like out of
no
like a can.
lemon.
Or
it's not. It's not bad. I just feel
bad.
like lemonade is weird out of a can. You know what I mean? Unless it's like lemonade soda.
Yeah. It's any of those kinds of drinks are that way though. Like any kinds of.
Yoo-hoo is kind of weird in it too, but I did get it. But it is weird. Because it's like Yoo-hoo feels more natural in the bottle.
They did Hawaiian Punch in cans too for a while.
Yeah. I mean, and I'm not a huge fan of that. Now, the Vess Fruit Punch sodas were great in the can. But like a Hawaiian Punch out of a can, like I did get those for lunch growing up and stuff sometimes. But it always did feel a little off. You know what I mean? It felt like that wasn't the way you should be consuming it. You know what I mean? Same as lemonade, same as Yoo-hoo. I stand by that for damn sure.
Yeah, Yoo-hoo doesn't
for
feel
damn
like
sure.
It's not great. The best way out.
It's weird. It just they taste weird, and there's not even close to the best way for lemonade or fruit punch to consume it.
Yeah.
There's like 3 ways for both that are better. But I don't know. It's I mean, I don't hate it. Like I'm not saying it's horrible out of there, but I was thinking about it because I'm like, especially like lemonade. You know what I mean? Things that don't have to be carbonated. I think are just strange out of it, and I've never thought of them as the go-to way to consume, especially fruit punch, Yoo-hoo, or lemonade. You know?
Yeah.
Now that we bring those up, but it's true. True across the board.
I can see that. I mean, I don't know, because if we're just looking at this from a marketing standpoint, I don't think that it's a bad idea. It's another way to package it and another way that people might buy it, because it's like, oh, I can just take one of these in my lunch or something like that. And like, yeah, I can agree that like Yoo-hoo's probably best out of the glass bottles.
Oh yeah. And second best is out of that fucking juice box.
Yeah.
Third best, if that is the can for Yoo-hoos.
And the Hawaiian Punch, it's like, it's not even bad out of a can, but it just it feels like out of the big jugs the way to have Hawaiian Punch.
And you know what's funny about that is we diss 2 liters. But the Hawaiian Punch is way better out of the jug.
Well, it's a juice. It's not a soda. It does not carbonate.
Yeah, no,
it doesn't lose its shit.
That's true. That's true. It doesn't need to be, and it's just. But you got to throw some ice in that son of a bitch. But see, we always got like the green one growing up, and I'm like, I mean, sometimes we get the orange or whatever. My favorite is the orange, like the Hawaiian Punch one.
The orange
Good
ocean.
Lord, that one's good.
It's a good one. Yeah.
And. That's my
favorite.
favorite.
The orange and the classic red, probably the best. Those two.
I mean, a couple of the blue ones are.
I feel
bad.
like the blue
like
and the green are just trying to do too much sometimes.
The green was. I just get tired
sometimes.
of fuck of the green one, and then there's like a white one or something. There's like there's different flavors.
Yeah, it's probably like the coconut.
There's probably a lemonade one too, to be honest with you, the Hawaiian Punch or whatever.
Yeah, I think there is like a yellow. That might be like mango something.
Maybe. Stop.
Yeah.
Make the other things
There's
thing.
I think there is.
You know what I mean? Make the other things thing.
And the same with lemonade, though. I don't feel like lemonade's like bad out of a can, but it's just it doesn't feel like necessarily the way you would think of having lemonade.
It might be the best of those three. I don't know. I mean, because I have had quite a few Yoo-Hoos too out of there, but they're not even close to as good as a glass bottle.
No.
And it's just not even comparable. I don't know. It never really sat right with me. The Fruit Punch World lemonade out of the, and I mean, I drank them even growing up. Like I don't think we got the Minute Maid lemonade cans or anything often, but I know we got the Fruit Punch ones, the Hawaiian Punch, the dude with this fucking raisin his glass and shit.
Yeah. The little hat on.
Those were okay. They just, I don't know, just something about it was weird to me. Like if I'm cracking this thing open, it should be carbonated. There's just something like in your mind.
It's in a can.
Yeah, that just goes off like that, and I'm like, and I don't know, it just feels weird because it's like there's just so many better ways to consume lemonade than that.
Well, they're like those brisk iced teas. They were in cans, and I thought those were damn good, and they weren't really carbonated. They were like
you know what I love getting? Those liter brisks for only like $1.19, and they're cheap as shit, and you get a huge ass thing. The blood orange one, or the Hawaiian Punch one, or the lemonade one, or the sweet tea lemonade one. Like there's some really good ones. And then for a while, they had that blueberry lemonade one that was good. It limited time, but somehow it was like 2.5 years. It's like, no, limited time's like fucking 3 or 6 months, not 2.5 years. Why would you pull it off the shelf after 2.5 years or whatever?
Get everybody into it.
Yeah. We'll keep it out there. There's limited time. No, it was fucking a while.
Like, I guess they kept it out because they're like, oh man, this shit's selling good. And then once the sales decreased, they're like, all right, pull it now.
And then they never brought it back since then. That's fucking preposterous. Just like Dr. Pepper not releasing the dark berry Dr. Pepper.
You know what's funny is I saw with like the recent Jurassic World.
What are we doing? The new Spider-Man just came out. No dark berry anywhere.
Yeah, with the recent Jurassic World that came out too, I saw that they put all the sponsorship for that shit on the Dr. Pepper strawberries and cream cans. I was like, oh, Tim, we love that shit.
The Dr. Pepper...
They gave a whole bit to the strawberries and cream.
The Dr. Pepper strawberries and cream isn't good enough to lick the taint of Dr. Pepper dark berry. It's not even close.
People must like it. It's still
No.
out there.
Yeah, because they feel bad for it. Oh, it tastes like my old medicine growing up. Oh, fuck it, we gotta act like it's selling.
Somebody likes it.
Well, they can go fuck off. I hope it fucking crumbles.
Hey, man. It's fucking lasted longer on the shelves.
No.
Than that dark berry.
Dark berry didn't get a fair shot at all. It was on the shelf for like 2 months.
If it sold good enough, damn it, it would be out there.
No, because they're panty waste and they like bullshit
That
bitch ass flavors. Oh, let's go with this. It's like, no. Who is asking for strawberries and cream first? Nobody. Nobody gives a
there's
dick.
people out there that are like,
And
can't wait to get home and crack me
and they're
strawberries
all
and cream.
And they're all, I feel fucking miserable for their taste buds. Because they're probably putting fucking shit tastes like a brownie down their throat and shit.
Yeah. Cosmic brownie washed down with strawberries and cream.
Yeah, it's a piece of shit and like somebody's fucking bodily fluids is what it is. Their taste buds are all fucked up. They think strawberries and cream is even a millionth up the chain as good as fucking dark berry Dr. Pepper.
That's up there.
Yeah, these are all those dipshits with purple and pink and green and fucking blue hair. Okay. I mean, honestly, I can see it, you know. There's a lot of evidence out there pointing to it.
Maybe.
Definitely.
Might be the fucking macho men in the gym lifting weights. Be like, I earned myself my strawberries and cream soda.
I doubt it. I doubt they're drinking too much soda. Just an everyday, normal motherfucker. Alright, what do you got for me? Because that was only my first one still.
Yeah.
Alright, so what did you say about it? And this is about the lemonade, not about the
I'm going to say fair.
Okay.
Well, it's like not the preferable way, but I think like I said, it's another way to market it and bottle it or can it, I guess, in that scenario, and people are gonna buy it because it's like, oh, I can take this to my lunch or whatever. It's like, I get it from a marketing standpoint, but yeah, it might not be the like preferable way to drink it.
And see,
I'm not against it. Totally
even the
either.
bottle for fruit punch and lemonade, I think, is better, don't you? Like without the carbonation and stuff, especially.
Yeah, probably.
Because it's like for sodas, it probably isn't necessarily. I mean, it is. Sometimes it slaps, especially if you're like, oh, I'm gonna slam. Like if you're gonna drink it within an hour or two, it's probably fine. But it's like you can't open it and then 12 hours later expect it to even be the same by then. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So.
All right.
Fair, huh?
So the fair.
All right.
So this is kind of interesting. SummerSlam just happened. People really complained about the advertisements and sponsorships, everything during WrestleMania. Heard some of it again with SummerSlam. It didn't feel as egregious, but what do you just think about the sponsorships and ads throughout SummerSlam? I feel like the most egregious moment of it was right after Chad Gable won his fucking Intercontinental Championship and he celebrated with his family. And they had the fucking mug root beer dog come in there and hand him a fucking root beer and celebrate with him. It's like,
oh yeah,
what the fuck are we doing?
What are they doing? It has nothing to
like
do
that
with
would never happen fucking 10 years ago.
It has nothing to do with the product. It has everything to do with let's squeeze every fucking dime out of this.
It's like Chad Gable just had his moment. Just won the Intercontinental belt. Get the mug root beer dog in there.
He wants to drink root beer, let alone drink fucking mug root beer.
Right after his fucking match.
Right after the match, yeah. No. My
He's
boy
like,
Chad
with the belt.
is better
Go,
than that.
go.
And he ain't drinking fucking mug either.
Somebody,
Mug is not bad, but it's definitely not. It's number 3 out of the main 3.
I heard somebody mention, like, how confusing the root beer shit was. They're like, Barks, you know?
Barks is great.
They're like, dude, it's called Barks. I get the way it's spelled, but it's called Barks. And it used to be, the slogan was, the one that has bite, and it was called Barks. He's like, how is that not the one that has the dog as the mascot?
That's actually
and then
really
Mug's got a fucking dog. It's all confusing as fuck.
Yeah, that's actually a really good point. That just broke my brain too. Same as that David and Ashley Eckstein thing. Jesus Christ.
But yeah, that was kind of ridiculous. It's like things like that they do now. It's where it's like, it's not
overrated
enough.
As fuck.
It's not enough to have the sponsorships and stuff like on the ring mat and on the turnbuckles,
on the mat, everybody's name,
and like on the chairs and on the tables. But you got to get the fucking mascot in there after a match and shit. It's like, oh my god.
Oh, it is so overrated. It is almost not even a good enough answer for the.
It doesn't feel like they do it really that bad at all. Most of the time, not even during most of the PLEs.
Oh, they assassinated.
I mean, but it's like they have their assassination of like logo placement and shit like that on a regular basis. But only during like SummerSlam and WrestleMania do they do shit like that. Where they wheel out all these special entrances, This entrance is just because a new video game's coming out. It don't got fucking dick to do with the Usos or Drew McIntyre, whoever the fuck it is coming out.
Yeah.
It's like, why are we doing this, man? Just do some video packager shit that's like a commercial for the video game and incorporate the wrestlers in it. Do some ad with them and make it some cool shit. Don't incorporate it inside of WrestleMania.
They're fucking sluts with it, dude.
And I will
With the
give them
sponsorships.
the credit where it didn't feel like they nailed us with ads as bad at SummerSlam as they did at Mania this year. But like, still with some of that kind of shit where it was like the during show and in-ring shit where it's like, oh, they got their seats upgraded by the general. And he's out there in the fucking crowd with him. Oh, they got their seats upgraded by Minute Maid. And he's in the fucking cart. And it's like,
It's so obnoxious.
Jesus.
And the general
we're
never
doing
got
it like 3 of them before every match.
The general didn't get anybody a good deal. He shit his fucking pants out there.
What do you got against the general, man? What did he do to you? Did
Why
he fuck you over when you asked him for a rate?
No. Just I've been bitching about the general before I even drove.
Why do you think he's such a shithead car insurance?
Why are you singing up for him? He's an animated character.
I know, that's why I wonder why you have such animosity towards him.
Because he's a piece of shit.
Yeah, I mean, he's the general.
No!
Is that what bothered you? Is his little jingle?
Honestly, yeah. The end of the commercial where he sings his little song and does his fucking stupid ass
His little salute.
his skippity dippity. I'd rather him
Yeah,
fuck off.
Right, go to the general and save
Yeah.
some time.
I would rather him fuck off my TV.
You didn't even like when Shaq was in him and shit?
No, I thought Shaq should have punched him.
Shaq was getting a payday, man.
Oh yeah, he was trying to buddy up with the general, trying to fucking make some money. Fuck.
Shaq did, dude.
I
Shaq
know.
got fucking...
And he made some gold bond money.
Yeah, dude, he got sponsored by everything there for a while. I felt like he was
Dude,
in
you
every
can
other
make-
commercial.
You can make $500,000 or $1 million for one day's work in commercials. Why wouldn't you do commercials? It's like that, you know what I mean?
If you were a known figure and they were
Yeah.
like, hey, you want to come fucking sit in this Lexus and do this commercial? I'm like, well, fuck yeah. Why
And
wouldn't I?
Shaq just had to be in a fucking blue green screen thing with fucking the general's dumbass.
And
being
then hold up
projected on
Gold
him.
Bond and squirt it and go like, ooh.
Oh yeah, he loves it.
Yeah, he did like that shit.
Gold
A
Bond.
little too much.
All over.
It's like,
Just-
dude, get out of here with your weird sexual shit with Gold Bond.
Man.
What were we talking about? What was my
yours?
topic?
What was yours?
Oh, it was the sponsorships and ad placements
Way
at
overrated.
SummerSlam.
Way overrated. Way too much.
But is that just in general, or is that at SummerSlam? You feel like?
I mean, I think it's assassinated every fucking week compared to
Yeah.
the way it was, and like
Yeah.
I'm not trying to be that old school. Well, it's not the way it used to be, kind of with everything, but it's like it is just insane the difference of like desperation to get every single ad and like every single thing out there to everybody. You know what
That's
I mean?
what I
Like,
mean.
it's just like
it feels like it's
it's
even worse
crazy.
at the big shows.
it's fucking crazy
Because they know they're
dude.
gonna have the most eyes at these shows with like real big matches. They're like,
It
oh,
feels
let's pump out
like
let's do mascots.
It
and
feels-
all types of different.
this
shit.
is the disappointing thing too. Is like as far as a wrestling fan goes, is like it feels really disappointing that it feels like people that are having a tremendous say over the product know fuck all about wrestling. You know what I mean?
Yeah, they
with
just kind
this
of want
stuff.
to make
That
ad
feels
revenue and
real shitty. You know what I
money
mean?
off merch money off their superstars.
So, yeah, I'm definitely sticking by overrated.
All right. What do you got?
All right. Well, I just thought of this one out of the blue. I know we've had its contrarian opinion on here before, but we'll go with this version of it. And obviously, Sami Zayn just got off his 9-day title reign. Tremendous, real satisfying, I'm sure. But, obviously I'm joking, but like,
I think he had his moment of winning.
What do you think of short title reigns? Kind of like, if you want to say maybe a month or two or less, something just, and then just.
I mean, I think if it's done right and it fits into the story and something's gonna happen to where it's like that character still in ways redeemed and paid off, even if that's not winning the title back. Like, it all depends on the story. Like, if it's like, oh, we put the belt on this guy, and then they're like, well, we got to get it back on the big guy though for this purpose, and they just take it off and they don't do anything, then it's kind of like, well, that's kind of shitty. But if it's like there is purpose to it, where it's kind of like, oh, we give it, we strip it off, and then they kind of fight their way. Like Mankind, for example, had moments like that, and like I heard Darby Allin this year in AEW had a great short title reign. We got like less than 2 months, I think, and defended it a handful of times and had some great matches and lost it pretty quick. But I think if it's done right, it's not horrible. I don't think everybody should hold the belt forever.
No.
Like, a credible title reign's obviously, I would say like 4 to 8 months would be like, okay, you were the champ for a minute. And then it's like you're reaching into some further depth when you're like plus a year. And then like 2 and under is like short. So it's like you're not in that sweet range. But it's still kind of like the moment you want it, that's a big part of it. Like how big of a moment was it, how unexpected, and what it did for you in general. Like, in ways that can mean more than the reign itself.
Yeah.
Especially in those scenarios, or how you lose it. So like it can make you just by having that moment of, oh fuck, they did it. They won the belt. They picked it up, And I think if there is payoff to it overall for the wrestler involved, and there's like something tied into it, if they just like kind of, oh fuck it, let's throw the belt on you, see how it works on this random week, and then like a few weeks later they're like, man, it ain't working, we're gonna give it back to this guy, and they just kind of like push you back to the background, that's shit. But like if they kind of like, it kind of makes the wrestler just by winning it, they don't gotta hold it long, and they're kind of a made man that can contend around the belt then after that, and maybe not always win it, or I think it's honestly kind of underrated, because I think you can develop a lot of story from short title reigns too. A lot can come from it if you play it right. And it's modernly in wrestling an underutilized tactic. It's probably overutilized in like the late 90s to the like mid 2000s, but it almost feels like now they don't do it enough,
Yeah.
They pulled the trigger too quick at one point in time, and now it's like they're too afraid to pull the trigger. And then by the time they're like, oh, maybe we should put it on this guy, it's like, well, the moment's fucking damn near past.
I know. Yep. That's a lot of guys. So you're saying underrated?
I'd probably say a little underrated, yeah. What do you think? Probably about the same? You'd
Probably, because I don't think they all have to be, super long. But sometimes you do see the women's tag titles and the mid-card titles, flip-flop a little bit quickly.
A little more, but I mean, I think that's respectable. Like, you should always have mid-card talent chomping at the bit to get that moment and that shine. You know what I mean? Like, the mid-card titles really should kind of be like the workhorse titles, like the ones where they're putting on great matches on the weekly shows and potentially dropping them on the weekly shows, you know?
Yeah.
But yeah, I'd go a little underrated, I think, on that one.
All right. Well, what do you got to wrap us up here?
Well, it is actually just around the corner this week.
Uh-oh.
I think tomorrow. The first NFL game of the season, the Hall of Fame game in Canton, Ohio. So we'll kick off the preseason. So just, yeah, the Hall of Fame game in general. I kind of think that's a neat concept because it's like, oh, this is it's the preseason, but it's like this is the kickoff to the whole season in general. And they like play it from a field at their Hall of Fame spot. You know, they're like the only league, I think, to do something like that. So that's kind of neat. I mean, the game this year is probably going to be sort of ass. I mean, it's going to be a lot of, you know, second and third stringers anyways because very, very first game of the season. But it's the Cardinals and the Panthers kicking it off from the Hall of Fame Stadium in Canton, Ohio.
So is that the shtick? Is that the first game is always played there, regardless?
Yeah, it's like the first game of the preseason. Yeah.
Okay.
And then that's like where they do the Hall of Fame inductions and shit is that night.
That makes sense, too. I know I was going to say I knew it was affiliated with, but I definitely can't say I've always watched or anything like that.
No. It is just kind of a neat ceremony, like a neat tradition. Be like, we're kicking it all off here. This is the first game. We're inducting the people this night.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, it's true.
It kind of feels almost like how WWE does with Mania. Like, the night before Mania, we're going to induct the people in the Hall of Fame. It's like, feels just like an annual ceremonial thing, you know? The game doesn't always mean the most. Like, the first game of the season means a whole lot. But, like, the Hall of Fame game doesn't always mean a whole lot. But it is kind of neat that they host a game at it. And that's kind of like the kickoff every year.
And they give people, a chance to, kind of embrace what they've done for the game and fucking their inductions and whatnot. I would probably say
to see a live game.
I would probably say fair, overall, in my opinion.
Yeah, it's kind of cool. I just think it's kind of like a neat, different little thing.
Yeah,
you don't see like all the sports leagues do that. They have their own little stadium there with the actual Hall of Fame place. You know, like we'll just host a game here. It'd be kind of neat if they hosted a regular season game there.
They've dropped down to, 3 preseason games now?
Yeah, I think so, because
if they ever introduce that 18th game, they're going to make it 2.
They'll just have to do a longer training camp at that point.
And they'll just probably add a bye week. Another bye week. Because that'd be a long
They're still going to have the same amount of training camp.
Yeah.
You know, regardless. So players are going to start bitching and be like, dude, I don't got any fucking off season anymore.
Yeah.
And in football, that is kind of rough because it's fucking physical. So it's like, you do actually need some time off after the season to recoup your body before you get back in it and go again. Because you can't just be, by the end of the year, they're like beaten up as hell, you know?
Oh, yeah, for sure. Yeah, I would give it the old fair. I mean, it'll be exciting, and obviously we'll be talking.
So that game's, I'm pretty sure, tomorrow. We're right around the corner from the season now.
And I'm sure we'll be getting into quite a bit of football here soon.
Yeah, for sure. It's
fantasy's coming up, and
right around a month.
Football,
and a month away.
Opening day. It's gonna be fucking tremendous, man.
Yeah, it'll be a good time. I'm excited for it. I need it.
Yeah.
I need the football season, the fall vibes, the horror movies, all of it. It's gonna be a good time.
We need to absorb it, and we need to become one with it. So it just takes us through and into the final stretch of this year, and we'll be, which is crazy to say because it's only like early August, but I mean, we're in that last third already.
Mm-hmm.
So, or about there. But it is, it's crazy. And,
That it is.
we will,
Years
it definitely
slipping by as
has.
it always
definitely
does.
has. And it feels like we've lived several within the same one.
I know. That's the crazy thing. It feels like so much really has happened, but the year still has just can't grasp it.
And we, it's put us through a lot of shit, but we will try to remain whole and fucking, keep rolling with everything that's fucking going on. And, give it absolute hell. Fucking keep going, It's not easy. It's been a hell of a year and a lot of stuff going. Next episode's 242. As we are rolling further and further into 2026 here. Horror season on the horizon.
Yes.
For sure here. And
as is football season.
And football, everything, yeah, exactly. It's coming.
The excitement.
So we hope everybody has been having a good time listening, however you're watching, listening, and consuming the podcast. We appreciate you for tuning in, and I think that about wraps it for episode 241. We will see you next week for 242. We got some great episodes coming up. We hope you tune in for them. We appreciate you guys.
Yes.
And yeah, we will keep plugging away, keep listening, and we will keep you up to date with everything that's going on. Until next time, have a great week.